if I told you, so I'm going to show you. Full disclosure, all at once.
Did you hear about Shield? A test for colon cancer?
No, what?
It's just a blood test.
No.
Exactly.
So I don't have to spend time doing all that other stuff?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Shield is for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk for colon cancer. Ask your doctor about FDA-approved Shield, from the company trusted in blood tests for cancer for over a decade.
If it hurts you to watch this, you'll want to hear this. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
Now, at McDonald's, a McDouble is $2.50. So Miles, Jaden, and Carl have a plan. It's called McDouble Macro Monday. Get more value when you order from the under $3 menu.
Thursday on Prime is the trio of games as round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome to the game!
First, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the Knicks take on the Hawks. Then, at 8 Eastern, the Cavs do battle with the Raptors, followed by Nuggets, Wolves at 9:30. The NBA playoffs, presented by Google, Thursday, starting at 6:30 Eastern. It's on Prime.
It's easy to shine when everything's going your way. But who are you when life goes off script? See, I face bladder cancer and even leagues that tried to take me out of the game. That's why I use the Pin Guards. It has my back. It changes everything. But you.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off online. Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off some no.
Give me a hot pink cosmopolitan and some drama.
Give me a kitchen rice and
Mr. Twixton, give me an early morning tea time and a Bloody Mary with kettle and vodka.
Give me a cocktail with kettle and vodka.
You're a visionary. When amazing happens, you see it first. You inspire us to chase a higher standard. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
To protect runway, we will work together. We're a team now.
Ready?
It's really remarkable. I hope that's not what you're wearing.
PG-13. Get tickets now.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
This is Fresh Pet. This is Hank. And to make fresh, healthy food for Hank, we harvest fresh.
ship it fresh.
And craft it into recipes that are vet developed and protein packed. Because your dog deserves fresh, healthy food just like you. Fresh Pet. Healthy food fresh from the fridge.
Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2026 Atlas during Volkswagen Driver Days.
Kevin and Christine with you. New Steelers coach Mike McCarthy says he's comfortable giving Aaron Rodgers space to decide if he wants to keep playing. Part of that patience comes from the fact that he coached the quarterback before in Green Bay and knows Rodgers can hit the ground running if he in fact does come back, even though he is kind of old now. NFL analyst Ben Solak back with us. Okay, so this feels very familiar to last year, waiting on a Rodgers decision. How do you think the Steelers should address their question?
As if they don't have a starter in 2026, because they don't. I mean, if Rodgers returns, listen, out of 38 quarterbacks last year, he was 33rd in success rate. He was right between J.J. McCarthy and Justin Fields, neither of whom are going to be starters moving forward. This is not a starting caliber quarterback in 2026. He's too old. He doesn't scramble anymore. He doesn't create outside of structure. Fastest time to throw. So you have to go somewhere in the draft. I think that Ty Simpson at 21 would be defensible if they went that direction. I also think middle round picks. Garrett Nussmeier at LSU, Drew Aller, get the developmental guy. That all makes sense to me as well. Nussmeier is specifically interesting because he's got the family connection. Mike McCarthy, head coach now with the Steelers, had Doug Nussmeier, Garrett's father, as his quarterbacks coach there in Dallas. So that's a fun middle round one you can go for. They can also do the trade market. Thinking about Anthony Richardson and Will Levis, guys who are QB2s in their current team who might be able to find new homes and success elsewhere. But if Rodgers calls right now and interrupts my hit and says, I'm back, I'm with the Steelers 2026, I'd be saying the exact same thing, which is that the starting quarterback for Pittsburgh should not be decided independent of whether or not Rodgers returns.
Okay, a little asterisk and a reminder, Mason Rudolph and Will Howard are currently on the Steelers depth chart there at quarterback. All right, let's look at the Rams. They're the favorite to win next season's Super Bowl after falling just short in this past NFC title game. Matthew Stafford is coming back, and he'll get some help with LA having the 13th pick in Thursday's draft. Here is head coach Sean McVay today.
There's a lot of players that you look at that you feel really good about just based on having familiarity with, what those, top guys or those first round players look like. And so you do feel really good about, there's a lot of possibilities. We don't control what happens in those 12 picks before. And so what we've done is a lot of contingency planning and a lot of conversations and feel really good about that. Not exclusive to skill. There's skill players that I like and that we like. And there's a lot of positions and guys that we like in this class. And there's going to be a lot of good football players in the NFL coming from this draft.
All right, Ben, what do you think the Rams should do at 13?
I love these pre-draft conversations, a whole lot of nothing. I personally would like to go tackle, right? Right tackle Rob Havenstein retired this year. And when I have a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, 36 years old, bad back, I want to protect him. The two names that come to mind to me are Monroe Freeling out of Georgia and Spencer Fano out of Utah. Fano's the one who played right tackle in college. He's super smooth. He's a little bit thinner and smaller than you'd like for the position. Freeling is a freak athlete, 6'7", 336. Reminded me of Andrew Whitworth a couple times when I was watching him, if you want to do that Rams comparison. Now, a lot of folks want the Rams to go sexy, skill positions like McVay talked about, take that third receiver, heir apparent to Devontae Adams. There's just not a lot of targets to give that guy. The Rams really funnel targets to Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. More than the average team, they rely on their top guys. To tackle, steps right in and gives you 1,000 snaps this year. You're pushing for the Super Bowl. They barely missed out on the NFC Championship last year. So to me, it's still all in to take that right tackle at 13.
All right, as you know, the draft just 2 days away, coverage right here on ESPN, and Ben also on his social media in his backyard. Thank you so much for the insight.
Draft Profile is brought to you by Ego, Power Beyond Belief.
Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson, probably the most polarizing prospect in this year's draft, especially night one. Most pundits think it's a big drop-off from projected #1 quarterback Fernando Mendoza to Simpson. Does that mean he won't be a first-round pick? Dan Orlovsky breaks down his skills to give us a better idea.
Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson is expected to be the second quarterback off the board in the 2026 NFL Draft, and he showed plenty of potential in his only college season as a starter. Simpson is surgical when he's in rhythm, which he was through early November of 2025. Simpson had 21 touchdown passes to only 1 interception in his first 9 games. That was the third best ratio in the FBS up to that point of the season. Simpson has fast eyes down the field in the chunk pass game and throws with great trajectory to different levels. His 49 completions of at least 15 yards downfield were tied for 6th in the nation and more than Fernando Mendoza. The Alabama quarterback is courageous with the football, but he simply doesn't throw interceptions. He has the lowest percent of passes intercepted by any power conference quarterback in the last decade, just ahead of 2020 top overall pick Joe Burrow. Whoever drafts Ty Simpson will have to get him experience and protection. The team that does that will have a quarterback you can win a lot of games with.
Pittsburgh hosting the NFL Draft in just a couple days. We'll have every pick once again here on ESPN, along with our usual expert analysis, also available on the NFL Network. And as always, ABC's coverage focusing on the prospect's journey to the draft. All right, to hockey. Sabres trying to go up 2-0 on the Bruins tonight. In game one, they put that 14-year playoff drought behind them in style, scoring 4 third-period goals to stun Boston. They trailed 2-0 with only 8 minutes to play before erupting. Former 3-time NHL All-Star defenseman PK Subban joining us now. So the Sabres riding that momentum. That crowd was phenomenal. And that game one comeback victory. How do they sustain it early on here tonight?
Well, just composure. I think that game one for them, it got away from them a little bit, but with that being said, they learned from that. You could see that in the latter part of the game when their game came together. So just staying composed. This is a team that is built to roll 4 lines. They have to allow Lindy Ruff to have the luxury to do that in this playoffs if they really want to reach their max potential as a team in terms of a run. So I think that game one was a step in the right direction for them. Believe it or not, it was a little bit of everything. And as you can imagine, after a 14-year drought, all these fans waiting for so long to come, players also waiting a long time for this moment, it all coming together. I thought they handled it pretty well.
All right, also in the East tonight, game 2 between the Canadiens and the Lightning. That one, by the way, at the top of the hour over on ESPN2. What chances do you give Montreal after winning game 1 to win the entire thing?
Oh, well, I have them winning the whole thing. It doesn't mean that it can't happen. Anything can happen in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but I think you have to look at matchups, the way teams are playing, where they are in their development. Montreal has retooled this team. Give Kent Hughes, Marty St. Louis, everybody in that front office a ton of credit because they built this team in a very competitive way. And a lot of people think that their window, is it now? Is it in a couple of years? I think it's right now. It's not about tomorrow. It's not about the next year. It's about now. You got a 50-goal scorer. You have Lane Hudson, who's a Norris Trophy. You have a goaltender that's capable. You have that depth. You have Slavkovsky, a 22-year-old big player that has a hat trick in game 1. He's ready. They have all the tools to make a really long run. I believe this could be their year.
All right, the Canadiens still a slight underdog over at DraftKings Sportsbook. By the way, you might be the best dressed person.
Yes.
Not on this desk right now, but
definitely
It needs to be addressed because, by the way, that is a velvet vest.
He has velvet
And
pants
the
on.
pants are velvet.
Yes. So we got a little bit of Uma Wang going on, a little bit of Ziggy. We got the Marseilles on.
It's all flowing.
I'm a Wang girly.
Movitra glasses. These ones are fun. Look, you'll see these. You can turn them any way you want.
All right. More of this in
We're having
intermission.
fun.
Playoff games, ESPN, ESPN2. Make them have you stand up so that you can see the pants.
You want to see the pins?
No,
Okay.
on the intermission. On the intermission. in the
I'll
intermission.
stand up. Okay. All right. Not yet. All right. Okay.
Thanks, PK. Coming up, 6 NFL teams have 2 picks in the first round. It's a chance to remake a franchise. We will take a look at the teams that did just that. It is our 6 at 6. Charlie McAvoy and the Bruins hoping to get on the board in Buffalo in game 2, but you already know Tage Thompson and the Sabres have other plans. This matchup coming up after us at SportsCenter, 7:30 Eastern. We go live to Buffalo when SportsCenter returns.
McValue Matchup is brought to you by McDonald's. Get more value and more choice when you order from the under $3 menu. Only at McDonald's.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
As a director, I like to be in control, but plaques from psoriasis kept getting in the way. Now with Bimzelx, I'm back to clearer skin.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation.
Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to say I'm back to clearer skin with Bimzelx.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx, also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HS.
We ride.
Welcome to Take 5.
The diesel oil change doesn't have to be a showdown with your schedule.
Ma'am?
Just go to Take 5. To stay in your car, 10-minute oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
I like the way this all fits.
Watch me.
Oh, we're watching, Gary.
They're right. We need WeatherTech.
I thought they only make floor liners and cargo liners.
Really, Gary? Really, Gary? Who do you think made the seat protectors, side window deflectors, no drone mud flaps?
And the cup foam.
And I just ordered WeatherTech's newest products. Ta-da.
Hitch Basket makes for easy loading of heavy and bulky gear and increased storage capacity with a roof basket up top. Buy American at WT.com.
WeatherTech for the win.
Why is La Roche-Posay recommended by dermatologists worldwide? Highly effective skincare. La Roche-Posay Face Moisturizer. More than just a moisturizer. Helps repair skin barrier in just 1 hour. 48-hour hydration. La Roche-Posay.
Modelo tastes good, but that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or that traveled all day to surprise Abuela, Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorite. Chicken Al Pastor, where fire meets flavor. I can't afford to overpay!
Doug, are you hiding from used car shopping?
Maybe.
I'm always here to help.
Show me, Carfax.
Carfax can show how damage impacts price, so you don't have to overpay. Get free Carfax reports on every car listed, only at Carfax.
Why is everyone so fired up? It's a Stanley Cup playoffs. As it shifts matters, every series is a statement. But everyone, it's their shot to come.
Why is everyone so fired up?
The Stanley Cup playoffs continue tonight on ESPN and the ESPN.
Almost done.
Everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives a lot more. T-Mobile families saved over $3,700 compared to the other big guys in the past 5 years. Our experience plans include amazing benefits like Netflix, free Dash Pass by DoorDash, and a bunch more. Oh yeah, and a 5-year price guarantee. So you keep saving. Save on a big scale. Switch to T-Mobile and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800.
Sports Center, brought to you by IKEA. Dream the possibilities.
Back to the NFL draft. The Jets, they have 2 first-round picks. At number 2 and 16, they have a whole bunch of holes to fill after a 3-win season. New York was 4th worst in the league in yards per game last year. Here's GM Darren Muji earlier today on preparing for the draft.
You know where some of the positions might drop off, where there might be some strengths in certain rounds of certain positions. And overall count, you know, you'd say it's around 225 total above the line players, with what I would consider 135 to 140 live cards. You know, some of these guys might just not be fits here schematically. They might not fit, you know, the Jets, or, you know, disqualified themselves for medical reasons, whatever it may be. But feel really good about the board and where we're at today.
Jets, one of 6 teams with multiple first-round picks in this year's NFL draft. It would be their first time selecting multiple first-rounders since 2022 when they took cornerback Sauce Gardner at 4 and wide receiver Garrett Wilson at 10. Let's take a look back at teams who came up big with multiple first-rounders, Christine.
Yeah, let's start at number 6. Back in 2023, the Texans made an immediate statement, taking C.J. Stroud with the 2nd overall pick and then trading up to take Will Anderson with the very next pick. This strategy paid off as both players won Rookie of the Year on either side of the ball. Pretty solid there.
26 years ago.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ghosts and goblins, witches and wizards, vampires and werewolves. We're live for Game 2, Round 1 of the Buffalo Sabres versus the Boston Bruins. It's bright right now. We're going to turn the lights off soon. I'm trying out a new little setup here. Obviously, you can see we got the blue lights on for the Sabres today. So I am trying a new angle out here. Got the camera here in horizontal mode, so hopefully that captures the TV nicely and our reactions nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, get the Sabres ready. I'm just going to say that. Get the Sabres ready. We have them ready right here. We do. Ladies and gentlemen, get the Sabres ready. It is time for playoff hockey once again in Buffalo, New York. And we have the motherfucking Sabres ready for Boston's bitch ass.
A couple of valuable pieces in their 90s dynasty. Russell Maryland
Boston Bruins, tough team. Both teams, Sabres and Bruins, missed the playoffs last year. So meeting up in the first round, I really feel like Montreal kind of fucked everybody over. We were supposed to play Montreal Canadiens in the first round, and I think they just said, yeah, fuck their season record. Like, they could care less about the season record, and they just took a lower seed in the playoffs. So they pretty much gave us Boston in the first round. It was supposed to be Buffalo versus Montreal, and I believe Boston versus Tampa Bay. And once Montreal lost a couple games or whatever, it became Buffalo versus Boston. So here we are, the 15-year, 14-year, whatever the fuck they're saying. It's been a long time. The drought is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Ready for game 2. Bruins, Sabres. Leafs, take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. Christine, thank you as well. And America's hockey team, somehow, someway, is now the Buffalo Sabres. The country has jumped on the Sabres bandwagon. You see Alex Tuck getting ready in the Sabres.
I don't know where the bandwagon came from recently, but we are in the playoffs once again, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see me rocking the GOAT jersey here. Tage Thompson jersey in the back here. Trying out the new camera angle. Like I said, the horizontal hopefully helps us capture the TV, which is currently buffering, and our reactions nicely tonight. So we do have the Sabres ready on standby for whenever we score goals tonight. We will pull out the Sabres. Ladies and gentlemen, get the Sabres ready. But a few things I would like to talk about before we actually get started with the playoffs here. I don't know what the fuck WWE is doing with Cody Rhodes. I couldn't tell you what these guys are doing. I don't know what the fuck an adjacent heel is. I never even heard this term until Cody Rhodes existed in the WWE, ladies and gentlemen. They are calling this man an adjacent heel. It's like they want to turn Cody Rhodes heel. It's like they want to fucking step their foot in the hot water, but they're just too scared of losing all that babyface money that they got with Cody representing the company and TKO and fucking Saudi. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Night 1 was a mess. WrestleMania, night 1, a complete mess. What the hell? Cody Rhodes got his orbital eye socket exploded. Again, you're not really supposed to feel sympathy for heels or villains in the world of professional wrestling. Ever since the promo last night on Monday Night Raw, clearly they still want this man to be a babyface. Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns, I like that. I fucks with that. What else we got going on? CM Punk currently on standby. I've heard rumors maybe Gunther going to be the next one to end CM Punk's career. Just going by a quick rundown right now. Sol Ruka, Liv Morgan had a really decent match last night on Monday Night Raw. Dominic Mysterio still looking to get his hands on some gold other than some AAA titles from another promotion. I do like the idea of Braun Breaker being back on the roster as well. Definitely adds some new energy to the whole mix on Monday Night Raw. We got Tage Thompson out there.
Thomas, PK here. Hey, listen. In the third period, you guys get a goal with 7 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the third. That's 3 goals in 4.5 minutes. What happened to you guys the second half of the third period?
Oh, I thought our game was good right from the start. Obviously they play a tight game and they don't give up too much. And Swayman was playing good. We knew if we cracked one, we'd get a couple more. So we just got to keep doing the same thing, wear on them, and keep getting to the net, keep getting bodies around them, and make it difficult on them.
I spoke to your captain earlier, Rasmus Dahlin, and I heard about the meeting that you guys had earlier this season to talk about accountability as a leadership group. So my question to you is, what was said in that meeting, and how did that influence you guys getting to where you are today?
Yeah, I think just looking in the mirror. I think when things aren't going your way, and it's pretty easy to get
somehow the Sabres have absolutely turned things around this season. It is a miracle in Buffalo, New York. If there was ever a miracle on ice, ladies and gentlemen, I am witnessing it in 2026 with these NHL playoffs. My home team, the Buffalo Sabres, has ended the drought. The drought that seemed never ending.
Good-looking kid, ready to go, play with his brother Tage. Think about him at the Olympics, right? Yeah. I mean, the year, the hockey season.
Tage Thompson, great guy. I recently did work at the Sabres Arena. Not anymore. Not a big fan of some of the people in control over there. But when it comes to the Buffalo Sabres and the Buffalo Bandits, I will always be down to watch a couple games and stream it, of course, here on the channel whenever we get the chance. Guys, also, thank you so much for the support on the WrestleMania streams. Over like 500 views on both videos. New likes, new subscribers. Honestly, it definitely means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Couldn't be possible without any of you guys out there.
They always seem to be able to get the puck at the net and get a lot of volume. And with this shot, if he gets a lot of volume, he's going to find a way to score.
The capacity in our arena for KeyBank Center is about 20,000, 21,000 maybe maximum. So I'm expecting, good amount of people over there tonight. Whenever you're coming down like South Park or any kind of streets down there, it's going to be packed tonight with people just outside the arena celebrating, watch parties, watch-alongs like we're doing here for the channel. I got to work there at one point, so I'm pretty good on dealing with the traffic and everything now. But
this is a guy that you have to be aware of on the ice. In my opinion, I put him in the top 5 players.
And I honestly don't mind traffic too much. I really don't feel like it's a problem as long as people are patient and they wait. But with Buffalo Sabres being like right in the center of like downtown, you get like so much traffic down there. They got to shut down like bus routes and everything. So I'm expecting people to be pretty rowdy down there tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Especially since the comeback in Game 1. Tage Thompson with 2 goals.
And, I really like Tage Thompson's answer too about.
But of course, on the other side for the Boston Bruins, like I said, no joke, coming over from Massachusetts. You do have David Pastrnak. Pasta, I like a lot as a player. I did think I said in the last video recently, Austin Matthews was like the highest paid player from like the Toronto Maple Leafs. And apparently that's wrong because I looked it up recently. And now, ever since the 2026 season, Kirill Kaprizov from Minnesota Wild. Great team over there. Kirill Kaprizov from Russia. He's currently the highest paid player in the NHL. And apparently this man is also wanted by like the Russian police. I couldn't tell you what the fuck is going on there. He plays for the Minnesota Wild. He wears the same number as me when I play with my created character. And, not a bad player. I know the Minnesota Wild are playing right now in the playoffs. I'm trying to think of who they're going up against. But I did pick them to actually win. Whoever they're playing, I picked them to win for sure. Again, not too familiar with a lot of the stuff that happens on the West sometimes just because I do live here on the East Coast, Buffalo, home territory.
You'll get enough credit if you keep playing the way you did. It'll be fascinating theater.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in the net tonight for the Buffalo Sabres. Luke! And they're piling in, ladies and gentlemen. I remember that experience all too well. You got it right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Buffalo Sabres in the 2026 NHL playoffs. Round 1. Game 2. It is coming up very soon here. Thank you once again for checking out the channel. I am trying out a little bit of a new angle here just to get a little bit of a new view going on here. We're going to turn off the lights later so that way everything is all blue for the Buffalo Sabres.
For me, when I'm at the rink, it's kind of just an escape.
And we got my boy Tage Thompson holding it down right now in an interview, so I'll let him chat with y'all.
When you're around your teammates and
at the rink and kind of have the task at hand. For me growing up, you know, hockey was a safe space for me where I could just go and have fun and be a kid with a bunch of, you know, kids my age, and it was always something I look forward to.
Don't let heartburn get in the way of the food you love. Get fast, powerful relief with Tums. Every game's better when you love food back. Tums.
Wayday, Wayfair's big sale is almost here. From April 25th through 27th, you get a front row seat to the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Plus, surprise flash deals all Wayday long.
Now that's a steal.
With fast and free shipping on everything. Everything, even the big stuff. These savings won't last, so mark your calendar and shop Wayday from April 25th through 27th for up to 80% off everything home.
Bean boots aren't made to sit on a shelf. They're made to be worn. Seasoned by the seasons themselves. And the best way to wear them is to just keep wearing them.
O'Reilly. Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. I used to think that nothing can stop me. Then I faced bladder cancer and even leaks an opponent I could not run. But I knew I had to stay in the game. So take it from me. Don't be afraid to try the pin guards. It changes everything. But you.
What kills weeds without killing my grass?
Roundup for lawns.
So you're saying this stuff kills crabgrass and barnyard grass, but won't kill the grass?
It won't kill the grass.
Roundup for lawns. This stuff works.
Alright, so let's get started.
Wave hello to Zane. He's king of the ping.
Is he?
For every one sentence spoken on a call, he has 3 comments, 2 memes, and 4 emojis to contribute. A flood of positivity during every single meeting.
Thanks, Zane.
But oh, how his passion for product management takes your team from level 0 to level Zane. You need Zane. Zane needs benefits. Work with principals so we can help you help Zane with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
We all do it. You see a line and wonder, should I join it? Even crazier is that folks stick with insurance that keeps them waiting around to find a claim, while Geico's claim support is available day or night. What are you waiting for?
No one knows.
It feels good to step out of line. It feels good to Geico.
And a blue moon.
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take a bite. Just kidding. That was a really good one.
The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
With Duro, cars are wherever you want to pick them up.
In about 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and goblins, witches and wizards, vampires and werewolves, it will be time for puck drop here in Buffalo, New York. The Sabres playing the Boston Bruins in Game 2. And the Boston Bruins, in my mind, are absolutely no joke. What a tough team that we have in the first round here for the playoffs. And I'm excited to see what Game 2 has in store for us. Hopefully the boys can make it pretty far in the playoffs this year.
It's a Stanley Cup playoffs. Most exciting playoffs out there.
Like I said, absolutely no idea what they're doing with Cody Rhodes in the WWE. They have him be a heel when I guess they feel like, I mean, the shit was just a complete mess in that match against Randy Orton night 1. But it's like they want to tamper with the idea of him being a heel, but they never really want to fully commit to him being a heel. There was no confirmation on Cody Rhodes' heel turn. Technically, he's still pretty much complete babyface.
Back to the NBA, newly crowned Defensive Player of the Year Victor Wembanyama.
Also, at WrestleMania, they had a $150 tomahawk steak, ladies and gentlemen. $150 for a tomahawk steak. Ticket prices, parking prices, $150 for the tomahawk steak. That 3-count burger looked absolutely unreal. That 3-count burger, I would have devoured that. 3-count burger, tap-out burger, that looked absolutely delicious. The prices at WrestleMania are always going to be unreal. Hopefully another year in Vegas wasn't so bad for everybody. Next year, we can already confirm that it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, so we do know that much.
With the Fiesta colors on, all the greats were here. George, Iceman, Gervin.
And ladies and gentlemen, almost 15, probably even closer to 10 minutes now until game time here for the Sabres versus the Bruins. So stay tuned and we will be right back for some playoff hockey.
The locker room for the third quarter, and the Blazers, they scored the first 8 points of the second half, and that sort of woke the San Antonio Spurs up. It woke them up. They sort of got back to business, and they really leaned in on their identity and playing the way that they want to play. And so De'Aaron Fox said, hey, we finally got this thing out of the way. Now it's time for us to get back to being ourselves and playing with our identity. And so it's going to be a business-like approach from here on out. And they're really glad that they were able to sort of get over the playoff nervousness. I think it's back to business right now.
Keep in mind, too, Wemby, unanimous Defensive Player of the Year, is the first player in NBA history with 35 points, 5 threes in his playoff debut. Michael C. Wright, live from San Antonio. Christine?
Yeah, back to the NFL we go. Let's head to Pittsburgh, where it's Groundhog Day, as in the movie where the same day repeats itself. In this version, we wait for Aaron Rodgers to tell us if he's coming back. The 42-year-old isn't expected to decide before Thursday's draft, putting new head coach Mike McCarthy in an interesting position.
Nothing's changed. I'm going to answer the question the same way it always has. I think Aaron is probably more in tune than we would realize, but I have confidence in where he would be the day he would arrive if that's his decision.
An NFL draft is just 2 days away from Pittsburgh, and we'll have every pick once again here on ESPN, along with our usual expert analysis. It's also available on NFL Network, and as always, ABC's coverage focuses on the prospects' journey to the draft.
Christine, as you mentioned, we're 2 days away from that NFL draft, and the projected #1 overall pick, that is Fernando Mendoza, will be with his family to celebrate hearing his name called by the Raiders. The Indiana quarterback was the breakout star in 2025 as he led the FBS in touchdown passes, won the Heisman Trophy, and finished undefeated with a national championship. Mendoza's skill set was on full display on this 51-yard pass to Charlie Becker against Ohio State. And now, Dan Orlovsky's going to take you inside the quarterback's perspective with the help of the Status Pro Visualizer, which allows the recreation of the play exactly as it happened in the game. Check it out.
The moment and the look. It's my favorite Fernando Mendoza play this season. Second half, Big Ten championship game against the great defense in Ohio State. And I want to draw the concept because it's a vertical and horizontal stretch from a pass game perspective. The vertical concept. Okay, we're going to take this inside receiver, push him down the field, and he's running what's known as a pylon route. Those pylons down there, that's his target and or angle. His job, find the nearest safety, run through his inside shoulder to try to collect him alert and ready for the football. And then we take this slot receiver, we're going to push him on a seam route, and we're going to run a big post down the field. Just from an up-top perspective, that's the vertical part of this concept. Let's go be Fernando. Let's get a race step. Now where's the horizontal? Take this backside tight end. We're going to run him on a shallow cross, and then this outside receiver really on a deep hook concept, okay? Up top, that's what it's going to look like. Now let's go be Fernando once again, because the defense is going to tell us really who we're going to throw the football to. When you get to the line of scrimmage, you're Fernando, you're trying to figure out what's the defense going to be in. I go across the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive linemen. So those 5 defensive linemen make me think, okay, it's going to be man-to-man coverage. And then I look at here, I go, that defender's probably covering him in man. That defender covering him in man. That defender covering him in man. And this outside corner covering him in man. Safety in the middle of the field. And then, oh, by the way, that linebacker being right next to my back. This, everything from Ohio State defense says man-to-man coverage. Now, if you're Fernando and you catch this snap and you drop back, your first thing is going to be, okay, what's the backside defender do? Wait, I thought it was man coverage. That backside defender is not running with him. He's hanging back here. Ohio State lied. Pre-snap, they show man-to-man. Post-snap, they're going to play what we call an invert cover 2. So what does that mean for Fernando? He sees that backside defender. He's not playing in man anymore. His job is just going to be hang on the backside and play zone concept here, okay? This safety that I thought was going to be in the middle of the field, His job is now going to be to get over the top and play a half-field zone safety. And then this corner out here, his job is going to be get back into the half field and play a half field safety. So the vacancy from a quarterback perspective is I want to throw that vertical concept, and I want to throw that vertical concept in the middle of the field. That's where the vacancy is. And so when you're Fernando Mendoza and you drop back and you see that those safeties start to widen, see that green box? That's perfect. Now I want to take a shot at that football or that middle of the field, but I have to see this defender. So if you're Fernando, we climb the pocket. So this defender, if he stays low, I'm going to launch this ball. I want to go back to be Fernando. I'm going to launch this ball to that pylon, okay? But now that I see that the defender is widening, okay, that defender is going to continue to widen and widen and widen. I want to then go be back to Fernando. I want to take that shot down the middle of the field to my big-time playmaker and Charlie Becker, okay? So Fernando Mendoza gets to the line of scrimmage, and his ability to see that defensive line and that rotation of coverage is the biggest deal. I want to go be Fernando. Remember, this is a massive moment. You get to the line of scrimmage, and Ohio State is presenting you 5 guys across the line, and everything says man coverage. Then you have to catch the snap, see that backside defender is not playing there, eyes to the middle of the field, see Becker down, and the vacancy in the middle of the field is where you have to throw that football for a massive play. This swings the momentum of the football game, gets Indiana right back in it, and gives them the opportunity to become Big Ten champions. Fernando Mendoza did not see a lot of looks from defenses that presented like this one from Ohio State. He saw it in the right moment and made the right throw.
Great breakdown there from Dan Owoski. I know that for most of you watching, the most important part of the NFL draft is who your team is choosing. What pieces does your team need? Is it a good fit? Ironically, those words, pieces and fit, are likely a big part of every draftee's draft prep. That is, what pieces they'll be putting on for the perfect draft fit. Because whatever they choose will go down in history. Just like primetime Deion Sanders, when taken at number 5 overall in 1989 in a black and white tracksuit and about 100 chains, he pointed to his family and said, "Everybody has jewelry. Even the baby has on jewelry. We ready now." That was right after he was asked if he was wearing his signing bonus. His signing bonus was $2 million and Sauce Gardner's was $25.3 million, which makes his $50,000 double sauce bust down chain basically chump change. But I would be curious to know the total of all the chains we've ever seen on the draft red carpet, because VVs have now become a staple every single year, as have the storytelling suits. First seen in the 2010s, whoever started the trend has influenced countless NFL, NBA players, and beyond to take what may have looked like a basic suit and actually make it sentimental. While it may be a little play out, it's still very memorable. But sometimes the most memorable and stylish thing to do is to be a little different. Add your own touch, like what Devontae Smith wore in 2021, a bespoke blue robe style suit designed by Brian Alexander with attention to detail, like his velvet embroidered loafers matching his embroidery on his face mask. Or we can look to last draft when Ashton Genty chose something designed by Brian Alexander as well. A frog-style wine-colored suit with personalized touches. It's modern black tie merged with cultural storytelling, plus some iced-out Crocs for comfort, of course. We've also seen designer brands like Chrome Hearts get some love at the NFL draft. Both Jalen Milroe and Caleb Williams wore the signature cross on the red carpet. If you know anything about Chrome Hearts, you know their sweatpants can cost upwards to $3,000. So a custom suit made by them is absolutely priceless. And Chrome Hearts has been an iconic brand since 1988, which reminds me that style, of course, is cyclical. I have a pair of jorts in my closet right now. So even when Baker Mayfield recreated Brett Favre's iconic jorts look, it was not a stretch. It just came full
Ladies
circle.
and gentlemen,
So, just
ghosts
like
and
we will
goblins,
obviously be watching
witches and
highlights
wizards,
of Fernando Mendoza,
vampires
you know,
and
CFP,
werewolves.
crying about that. Depending on
We are
what
5
people
minutes
are going
away
draft
from
night,
puck drop
we
here in
also
Buffalo,
could be
New York.
talking about that for years to come. Like, imagine
The lights
people
are
with
off.
a Heisman Mendoza bust down chain.
The tone
See?
has
That was
changed. The mood is set. The battleground is ready for warfare here in Buffalo. It is time. Our opponents, a hell of a team, the Boston Bruins, first round, game 2.
ESPN has game 2 of the playoffs.
Thank you everybody for checking out the channel tonight. Hopefully everybody out there having a good Tuesday night. The next Buffalo Sabres playoff game is scheduled for Thursday night, so we'll probably be streaming for that one as well, since it's only going to be game 3. If the Sabres can get 2-0 tonight, that would be incredible.
If you know this feeling, you should know the facts.
We are going to see what happens, ladies and gentlemen.
May not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and
we
talk
have
to your
the Sabres
dermatologist
ready to
about
go
your symptoms and treatment
for
options.
whenever goals are scored tonight. And we are looking for some goals, especially from Tage Thompson. Thank you once again, everybody, for the recent love and support on the channel. Definitely means a lot to me. I do want to say very quickly as well.
What's up with Mom?
She's been scrolling travel advice for hours.
Thank you so much for the support recently, guys. I am trying to hit my goal right now of 300 subscribers. So please, if you would like to help me reach that, definitely hit that subscribe button. Since I am not monetized, none of my videos are monetized. I have not had a YouTube partnership ever. So if you would like to tip, donate, show any kind of support in some kind of way, you can do so through a third-party service, such as Cash App. Mine is at $OVO Demonic. So if you would like to show any kind of support, tip, donation, for me, I would definitely appreciate it so much. You can do so through a third-party service, just like Cash App. So I do have a Cash App if anybody out there wants to send me anything tonight for the stream. You don't have to, but it would definitely be appreciated. Like I said, once we hit 300 subscribers, that is kind of the goal right now for myself.
For just
I would like to hit
$35 a
300 subscribers, and then hopefully, like I said, one day we'll be able to monetize the videos or go for some kind of YouTube partnership.
Action and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Come on.
But until you're at a specific
time, new
spot
customers get
with
your
your
second
channel
month free when you
and your
switch to
views
consumer
and everything, YouTube won't even really consider you until you kind of get to that point in time. So thank you so much to anybody out there who even does check out these videos and spend some time with me. It means so much to me, guys. But we are getting ready here for playoff hockey in Buffalo, New York. The Buffalo Sabres once again in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The 15-year drought is over. Last time the Sabres were in the playoffs was 2011.
We put in the work.
So it has been a while, ladies and gentlemen. And I even have, some Sabres memorabilia over here. Trading cards and all autographed plaque. Used to work at the arena myself.
It's odd. If something's free,
Really do love the Buffalo Sabres, and I love the Buffalo Bandits as well. If you guys don't know who the Bandits are, they're our world-famous lacrosse team. No, but they are a deadly lethal team here in Buffalo, New York. Great lacrosse team. Only team in Buffalo that's won championships, and recently they've gone like back-to-back, three-peated. The Buffalo Bandits have done it all here in Buffalo, New York. But that is a professional lacrosse team here in Buffalo. Maybe one day we'll be able to see some Buffalo Bandits games, or I'll even be able to go to the arena and show you guys. But for the most part, it's just kind of watching it on the TV right now. That's why we do the watch-alongs. But thank you, everybody, for checking out the channel and being here with me tonight. Like I said, since 2011, the Buffalo Sabres have not been in the playoffs. So it's a special feeling here in Buffalo, New York, with everything happening with our Sabres and our Bills. Like I said, the Bandits are absolutely lethal. They've back-to-back three-peated. They've done it all. Championships.
Juan Soto will return tomorrow from calf strain that has kept him out since April 3rd. They won that game, and then
I honestly have always said there needs to be a professional basketball team again here in Buffalo, New York. NBA, if you're listening, a basketball team here would do money. Honestly, I feel like it would. We do have a AAA team, the Bisons, and I'm not really a big baseball fan.
His second
So,
home run on the year,
honestly,
David Cruz. It's
I
been a
feel like we
home run
should
victory for the Reds with 3 homers
put
and
the
2
Bandits
innings.
where the
They currently
Bisons
lead
play,
4-2.
give them kind of like an outdoor style arena, and then we could have the Sabres and an NBA team at the arena downtown, right there on RJ Way, Seymour H. Knox Plaza.
Start of the year, Yankees up 1-0. Later in the inning, Jose Caballero at the plate with 2 on.
We should be getting started here very soon,
Double
guys.
play ball right there. Trevor Story
Looks like
starting
about-
at 6:43 right now. Still 1-0 Yankees.
Now
in the
they've
third.
scheduled it for 7:35, but it is 7:30 here right now. So hopefully they decide to
All-time list for career playoff points. He's just 2 points
end all
away
this nonsense with ESPN,
4,
and we can get to game time here in Buffalo, baby.
If you're in Boston, you've got the Sixers, Celtics, and then you got the Bruins. And
It is packed over there. Like I said, I've worked at the arena. 20,000, basically sold out is what we can do. 21,000 is pretty much maximum capacity. But you're looking at about 20,000, 21,000 sold out. Look at him. Look at him.
And from the city that smashes folding tables, the roller
We got to show you, chat. There they are.
crescendoed into an epic comeback
My people.
for the Sabres over the Bruins.
We are ready for game 2 in Buffalo, New York, ladies and gentlemen.
14 years of
They're packed in the arena. 14 years, 15 years, whatever you want to say. It is the Sabres once again in the playoffs. Please don't touch any buttons by accident. There we
The
go.
craziest atmosphere and most stunning game of the Stanley Cup playoffs so far was here in Buffalo on Sunday.
Show me the live feed. There we go. We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
And bouncing back with a vengeance.
That boy Tage Thompson, definitely my favorite on the Sabres right now. I got the jersey right here behind me. 2 goals in the last game, right there in the third period, just to bring us back. And then Samuelson with the dagger in the end. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, game 2.
This is game 2 from KeyBank Center, the Bruins and the Sabres. With that, we say hello and thanks for joining us.
It is time.
I'm Mike Monaco. Leah Hextall joins us shortly. After years of waiting, the Sabres authored a memorable comeback in game 1. Ran pretty simply.
The comeback in game 1.
Pace, tempo, and applied pressure. Over the course of the game,
To at least get some kind of an advantage here moving forward.
53 hits. They felt that they were
53 hits from the Sabres. That's something I haven't heard too often.
Matthias Samuelson, who had a monster game with 9 hits.
Okay, Samuelson putting the body on him, 9 hits.
Tage Thompson scored to make it 2-1.
Tage Thompson, 2-1.
They were going to be able to come back. Now on the Bruins side, that was an absolute kick in the pants. They played well for 50 minutes and gave it away.
But the Bruins know what they got to do differently tonight.
Mistakes cost them 3 times. Charlie McAvoy
I cannot
said,
take the Bruins for a
"Once you
joke,
make the
especially in the
mistake, how do you
playoffs.
put out the fire?" The Bruins have to do
Them
it
boys
better
are going to
in
be
game
ready to capitalize on their
the series in a
mistakes.
game apiece, or will Buffalo grab a commanding 2-0 lead?
The Bruins learned very quickly what they did wrong in a game and know what they got to do the next time to be better.
MVP last night called them absolute mutants here.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. The city of Buffalo. We are ready for playoff hockey.
24/7 with your home and auto bundle from Progressive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the right caption to post.
We are ready for some playoff hockey.
Protection, just need a lifeguard.
What about that emoji with a shocked face?
Or maybe flooded with emotion.
That's too much. Try Tuesdays are cray.
You know, technically, you don't have to post everything that
Like
happens.
I said, ladies and gentlemen, next game going to be. We can actually mute that while they're just chatting in the back there. But the next game is scheduled for Thursday night, so we will definitely be streaming that. Hopefully, not a long series to come here with the Bruins, but could definitely happen. Nothing wrong with that. Either way, I'm excited for playoff hockey to be back in Buffalo, New York. Hockey in general is something that we celebrate a whole lot here in Buffalo, New York, especially where I'm from, South Buffalo, the home of Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion for the Blackhawks. I learned how to play hockey literally at the same place that he did growing up, right here in South Buffalo. Not too far from me. We both played for the Cazenovia Chiefs. So hockey, really special here in the heart of Buffalo, New York. But Terry Pagula, if you are listening, you gotta give the people of Buffalo a basketball team again. It would, in my opinion, it would do really well. Even if they were shit, even if they didn't have the best season records, people would show up to them games. You would be surprised. You would be surprised the passion and the love that people have here for their sports teams here in Buffalo, New York. I am one of them. So Terry Pagula, I don't know. I know we did a lot. We just built the Bills a new stadium. That cost a lot of money. You didn't even really pay, I mean, couple billion. What is a couple billion to a billionaire? Let's just be real, chat. Let's just be real here. I mean, most of it was like taxpayer money and all this and all that. And they're still trying to figure out like who's paying for parking lots and shit. Listen, Terry, just fucking, honestly, like I said, the Bisons are okay here, but I'm really not the biggest baseball fan in general. So I would say fuck the Bisons, and we can take that stadium, put the Bandits there. I want the Bandits to have some kind of an outdoor stadium. They're the most established, probably successful team in the entire professional lacrosse league. And, I mean, to be playing at KeyBank Center is definitely nice, don't get me wrong, but they deserve their own something, you know what I mean? Their own little special, here you go. This is your gift from us to you. We love the Bandits. But I would put the Bandits where the Bisons are. And pretty much we would have the Sabres and a basketball team right here at this arena.
By Geico. After an NHL record 14-year playoff drought, Buffalo was a cacophony of crazy.
We are ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Lindy Ruff said our city's been begging for something like this. Game 2, right now in Buffalo.
Lindy Ruff knows what it takes. The last time he coached the Sabres was the same time I'm wearing this jersey. So it's been a while. But he knows exactly what it takes to make it all the way to that championship. For anybody who doesn't know, Sabres have played twice in the Stanley Cup Final. Lost the first time to the Philadelphia Flyers, but then the second time with this jersey right here, 1999-2000, against those bitch-ass Dallas Stars, my rivals.
And for the Bruins, it is too. So with that in mind,
we had Dominic Hasek in that.
Well, I think Charlie McAvoy is one. McAvoy is such an important member of the Bruins, and one thing the Bruins are going to need to do is get out of their zone more efficiently. The
Bruins trying to get out of the zone.
McAvoy's one of the best at moving the puck up the ice. It's got to get out of the Bruins zone way quicker. Ruff did say the other night, you want experience to his players, you've got it now.
First career playoff game for James Thompson. He made it 2-1 and then tied it at 2-2. And Lindy Ruff said to him, if that's your first playoff game, you got a great story to tell.
Go, boys. H. Thompson not backing down here in the playoffs. I like the competitiveness. I like how the boys have been laying down the body, being more aggressive.
Obviously, we don't want to go down 2-0. Look for Pavel Zacha's line to have a big part in this if the Bruins are going to win.
Honestly, I feel like this Buffalo Sabres team right here in the 2026 playoffs, we do have a lot of skill.
His team was in a perfect spot, as he called it.
Personally, some of my favorite players, Tage Thompson, Jack Quinn, Owen Power, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Bruins ready to go against the Sabres. Now let's send it over to public address announcer Jay Moran.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the opening ceremony in Buffalo, New York.
Niagara Falls Air Force Honor Guard. And now the singing of All Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, performed tonight by Cammy Clooney.
The national anthems, ladies and gentlemen, Canada and America.
True patriot love in all of us coming with glowing hearts. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep on land, glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, still can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose once and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed. And the rockets rang the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free, and our homeland.
Game 2 in Buffalo, New York, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Buffalo Sabres versus Boston Bruins. Round 1, NHL 2026 Stanley Cup Playoffs. The opening ceremony is over. Josh Allen is here. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Allen, we're both rocking the black and the red. The goat head. It looks like he's also got the Alex Tuck jersey on. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills quarterback, in attendance for Game 2 of the Sabres versus the Bruins. He's chugging beers like Stone Cold 316 out here.
He caps it with a chug to set this place.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is game time in Buffalo.
Legend. What a start.
Absolutely legendary, just like the Sandman in ECW.
With that, we've got Game 2, and away we go. Lines and pairs will filter through at the bottom of your screen.
And the Sabres actually opening up kind of nicely here. Goalie already out of position.
That's what he begins
Nice
with.
pressure here from the Sabres off the start. Sounds like I might have to turn down the volume a bit.
James Thompson, a shot swallowed up.
Because they are loud there in Buffalo. Trust me on that. We definitely know how to get loud.
High stick. As Thompson knocked the puck down, the difference is Thompson's 6'6".
Puck stopped right now, ladies and gentlemen.
In the air, but it's below his shoulder.
Funny story enough, I did actually encounter Benny the Butcher one time when I was working at the arena at a Sabres and a Bruins game. I still have the video on my Instagram. Maybe one day I'll actually get to work with Benny. But I expect a lot of celebrities in attendance tonight. Josh Allen already confirmed. The Bruins are really not letting up here. Good skate down here, but the Buffalo defense seems to have control right now. Slap shot on net. Like Ukko Pekka Luukkonen. Not intimidated at all.
Angle to the point, but not out past Geeky.
Good hit there from Boston. Let's have Buffalo a little shaken up right now. Buffalo a little shaken up off the hit. Slowing it down right now, Buffalo. Back to work. Moving down the ice.
Right near the Sabres bench.
Good pass here in front of the net. Covered up by Boston Swayman. The goalie in net for the Bruins.
Goaltenders, same as it was in game 1. Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen.
Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen. Luke.
At the other, Jeremy Swayman.
22-9 record. GAA 2.52. Save percentage 910. Not terrible stats for Luke this year. Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen, the goalie in net for the Sabres tonight.
A couple of breakaway stops on Pasternak in 1-0 that kept the game at that.
Already a penalty given to the Boston Bruins. So it's getting a little crazy out there. We're only like 2 minutes into the game here, ladies and gentlemen. And we already got Boston sitting in the penalty box.
This was right to the edge of the Sabres bench, and both of them go to the box.
Rasmus Dahlin getting held up in the corner there by Boston. 4-on-4 right now. Looks like both teams took a penalty on that. So Rasmus Dahlin also out, most likely, in the penalty box. 4-on-4, 2 minutes, and there is 18 minutes left in the first period. Boston right now control behind the back of the net. Moving it down the ice into Sabres territory. Chip in, nice pass to the Boston. Bruins player now moving it around the ice. Good passes here, shot on net, waved off by Luke. Now, Sabres moving it up the ice. Tage Thompson taking charge, shot on net. Sabres, couple shots on net, both waved off though. Swayman, good reaction time on those saves. Sabres once again getting a new line out there, trying to find some way to attack this Boston Bruins defense now. Working the ice, slap shot. Nothing goes though. Swayman really on point right now in this first.
It was 96 miles an hour from the
96 miles an hour to back down that slap shot from the Sabres.
The Bruins had played the game they wanted to. Great goaltending from Swayman, productivity from the top line. They had that 2-0 lead, and then it was a Buffalo onslaught. Swayman was here to chance all of game 1 as well from...
Now Sabres, good look at it, unfortunately, hit the goalie and the net. And now we got some hands being thrown here. We got some temper tantrums going. Who is 91 with the little jabs?
But he is a feisty competitor. He goes to the net, and I don't know if we...
Zadorov, what the hell? Shit got a little crazy in front of the Boston Bruins net. Boston. Shit got a little crazy in front of the Boston Bruins net.
To keep the puck in front of the goal, and some beautiful play by Benson, and a great read by
Benson hits the goalie and the net. Tempers kind of flared after that a little bit.
Puck eventually appear underneath him. It never did cross the goal.
A little bit of a reset though.
A great start for the Sabres out on the rush where they
Sabres though putting pressure on Boston, exactly what you need to see. It seems like Boston right now trying to work more offense. Really all defense right now from the Bruins as they try to hold off the Sabres here at home in Buffalo.
They had 109 points and were the Atlantic Division champions in the regular season, while the Bruins, meanwhile...
This is game 2, ladies and gentlemen, so game 3 will be in Boston, Massachusetts. Good shot from the Sabres, just went a little bit wide there. Good look at the net. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Sabres working it down the ice. Tage Thompson now lost control to Casey Middlestat, a former Buffalo Sabre. And it is back to 5-on-5 after the 2-minute penalty suffered from both teams.
Ringing crowd again for game 2. Lindy Ruff said the other day, this building was shaking. Castellick centered.
Good shot on net there from the Bruins.
Puck flipped to center. Jordan Greenway
forcing Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen to get a pad on it. Now the Sabres trying to find something here in the Bruins offensive zone.
Another fourth line winger for the Sabres as the Bruins exit the zone.
Now,
Key, like you said earlier,
Bruins working it back down to the Sabres defensive.
You can see how quickly the Sabres will attack. It can't stay.
Good hit there. Couple bodies getting dropped though. Both teams getting hit up. Shot on net. Looking for a rebound. Sabres can't find it. And now everybody's just fighting. Everybody's just starting to fight. You gotta expect this.
You got the fourth lines of both teams. So much heft on the ice. A rebound and a scramble in front of
A lot of bodies.
And it's a 10-man scrum.
Going at it right now.
Swayman has the puck in his hand. He's just coasting around as the Sabres.
Sabretooth is calling out everybody that he wants to throw the hands with. Zadorov, one of the bodies in the mix.
Behind the goal and gets another lick in coming to the
Are they still going?
Who's now going to hear from Beck Ballantyne.
They're still going.
Samuelson's now tied up with Janot in his hand. He picked up his chain that he wears around his neck. That got ripped off somewhere. Oh man, this place is going off.
Well, you gotta ensure that there's going to be penalties definitely after that one.
I think Zadorov
15 minutes left in the first period. No goals yet from either sides.
He heads over and Samuelson doing a little housekeeping. See his chain hanging from his right hand.
They are playing the Batista entrance music.
This. Luukkonen had that near misplay and then Janot crashing down on him.
And there's the play where Ballantyne drives the net, and because he digs into the puck in Swayman's glove, he's going to get one penalty. You saw.
They're definitely getting a little tired of 91 Zadorov for the Boston Bruins.
And the Sabres are going to get a power play here. Rasmus Dahlin just skated over, I believe.
Pasternak trying to plead his case.
Over to the Sabres.
Boston number 91 has 2-minute minors for cross-check. 2 minutes for rough.
2 minutes.
Buffalo number 29, 2-minute minor penalty, roughing.
2 minutes each side.
Bruins, the most penalized team in the league.
Bruins have been the most penalized team in the league this season.
Takes another one here in game 2. There's the Ballantyne penalty.
And they've remained that way here in the playoffs.
There's the cross check by Zadorov.
Let's bring in Dave Jackson. Jackson, when you're in a playoff game and you're sifting through all those extracurriculars, how do you kind of dole out the punishment?
Well, that's a great question.
Penalties once again passed out to both teams.
You're probably not going to get everything. You need to sit behind the computer and slow everything down. So what you do...
It's still 5-on-5.
You debate things, and what you end up doing is you say, which team caused this? Which team was the most guilty, degree of guilt, and that they're probably going to get the differential. That's how you sort it out at the end of the day.
5-on-5 on the ice, 6-on-6 technically.
Which was the weakest point of their game 1, and it's not scored a power play.
But it is a Buffalo power play right now, so my mistake, unfortunately. Buffalo does get the power play here, ladies and gentlemen.
Puck retrievals really killed their power play in game 1. They were not very good getting the puck back.
Dahlin working it down the ice right now, pass back to Quinn.
You asked Lindy Ruck when we chatted with him.
Yeah, Quinn right there getting it into the Bruins defense. Sabres still have control of the puck. That there looks like a broken stick on the ice as well.
On a power play that's struggling.
Bruins chuck it down the ice. Kill off some time here on the power play for Buffalo. Now Dahlin trying to skate around the Bruins once again.
Look out! Knocked down by Mark Kastelik.
And it is Kastelik on a breakaway. Denied by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Luukkonen was so good.
Pass up to Quinn. Down back to Thompson. Dahlin passes up to Quinn. Quinn works it back to Dahlin. Shot on net. Look for the rebound there. Swayman covers it up, though.
We get a glimpse at the Sabres entry.
51 seconds left on the Buffalo power play.
Mark Kastelik got 3 goals in his last 26 games. Marco Sturm
Kastelik absolutely pickpocketed the Buffalo Sabres right there. Had a chance on the breakaway. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Just too much of a force in the net.
Perhaps a little quicker than he wanted. The third breakaway in 4 periods that Ukko-Pekka
Face off, Bruins defensive zone. Now, Bruins with control of the puck. Chip it down, kill off the power play.
Coming from him, known to play the 4th line. Be out there on the penalty kill like he was there, as Boston got another clear.
Penalty kill, doing what they got to do. Not trying to let the Sabres set up their offense. Once again, Sabres going back to work down the ice.
Benson on the entry, trouble there. The Sabres
still have control of the puck here. Good pressure here from the Sabres on the power play. Still with 20 seconds.
Moved it for Mo Byron.
Passing it around now, McLeod to the goal line. Benson with a shot on the net, just could not find the accuracy on it.
Seat pass broken up by young Fraser Minton.
3 seconds.
Byram a drop off. Benson throwing it. Swayman made the stop. Loose.
Power play shut down by the Boston Bruins. Sabres had a look at the net. Guy just couldn't figure out how to skate and keep control of the puck. Arvidsson absolutely gets shut down by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen right there, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal saves here by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Arvidsson trying to put the moves here on Luukkonen, and it is a pad save. It's like the left pad save there from Luukkonen. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of the playoffs will continue. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. It means a lot to me. If you enjoy, please like, subscribe. Current goal right now to reach 300 subscribers. We'll be back after this commercial.
It said, with Drive Easy on the Geico app, my son's safe driving score saved us even more.
It feels good to take control of your wallet. It feels good to Geico.
That's Wayne Gretzky.
Who's Wayne Gretzky?
He was accepted into the Hall of Fame.
That's nice. But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. Well, I got it, Dwayne Jetski.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Dad, share the pic.
Can you share the photo?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that turned out great, man.
Yeah, AT&T gave me the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra on them. No expensive plan, no annoying boyfriend either. Gone. Bye.
Come on, Carl.
All right.
Share it. There you go. You should give him a chance.
I should have given boarding school a chance.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra on us with eligible trade-in. Any condition. Most expensive plan not required.
Value is always in season at Taco Bell, with favorites for $5, indulgences for $7, and a lavish spread for $9, including the triple-double crunch wrap.
Let's go.
Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 lunch boxes today.
What a start to game 2 here in Buffalo as the Bruins try to even the series at 1 game apiece. And today at morning's skate, I caught up with their general manager, Don Sweeney. I asked, what did you learn in game 1? He said, 52 minutes doesn't win a hockey game. The Bruins know getting up a 2-0 lead late in the third is not ideal, but they don't believe this narrative that they collapse. I spoke with Morgan Geeky, who had 3 points in the effort, and he said, we are going to be desperate because the playoffs are just that. But instead, it's a sense of urgency, not to get back on their heels against the Sabres and, of course, play a full 60 minutes.
That's the key for the Bruins, that they couldn't get to the finish line in game 1 with that stunning Sabres comeback. Heck of a start to this one so far as it gets lobbed out of the zone. Into the bench, right?
Mike, a lot of times we hear, about players will often say play 60 minutes. In that 60 minutes, however, whether you play great or not, there's going to be times where the other team just takes over the game. And there were times where Buffalo was by far the better team. Boston has to limit those times when Buffalo gets out to run. Play a cycle game, forecheck, hold the puck. That's the Bruins' strength.
Hampus Lindholm tosses at Luukkonen. players come together again. Josh Dunn and Oregon Geeky.
The Bruins will not like this. Greenway's got Pasternak by the jersey, and he's just kind of one arm punching him. Greenway back in the lineup. Such a strong character. And Eric Verlack, the referee, just came over and told Lindy Ruff.
I am back, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies for the absence. Stopped upstairs to have a chat with the Mama Dukes.
Marco Sturm, the same thing.
She doesn't watch too many playoff games anymore at her age, but it is something special that I like to enjoy myself, and especially if it's the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, shit. 14, 15 years later. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back to game 2. Still the first period, 13 minutes remain. 0-0, still the score, both teams not having any luck so far getting past the goalies. Good hit right there, absolutely. Like 4 people fall down. And that's what happens when you hit. That's what happens when you play defense, Buffalo.
A lot of big boys standing a foot in front of Rob Ray.
Bodies hit the floor, ladies and gentlemen. This guy hits one person, and 4 people fall down like a domino effect.
Rob just kind of turns around a little bit, but Greenway knocks over Geeky and everybody falls.
It was 5 people.
Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at.
This guy he hits one person, he knocks down half the people on the ice.
Well, obviously I haven't done it well enough.
Tage Thompson at the center for Buffalo. Lost the face-off. Goes back to Swayman. Bruins keep control of it. The Bruins.
The Sabres had that thrilling comeback in game 1 to win it 4-3.
Trying to find something here. Offensive pressure, trying to get in the face of Luukkonen.
Aspero has this one deflect up into the netting.
That one goes past the netting, out of play. Out of bounds, unfortunately. That one goes into the audience. Maybe a souvenir now, or a black eye for somebody else.
46. Second multi-goal third-period comeback win in Sabres postseason history.
Tage Thompson goes to the bench. New line out there for the Buffalo Sabres.
And those first 3 goals came so suddenly, and at 2-0.
12 minutes, 34 seconds remain in the first.
Thompson's got 1, Thompson's got 2, and then the beauty by Matthias Samuelsson.
Buffalo Sabres win the face-off, working it now in the Bruins' defensive zone.
You can understand why.
Sabres on the attack here, trying to remain on offense. Defense, though, works the puck out. Bruins now going down the ice in the Sabre zone. Can't find anything there. Bruins, though, still working it around the Sabre zone.
The boards away from Zucker, and the Bruins are on it at center.
Bruins, good passes here. Everything has been in their time of possession. Now back to the Sabres. Hit there from the Bruins, get it back to their control. Sabres are hitting, just not being able to find the puck. A lot of passes here from the Boston Bruins. Basically playing keep away right now with the Buffalo Sabres. Passing the puck around every time they get hit. They somehow seem to find the right pass just when they need to. That one is offsides. Now the puck stops.
In a scoreless first.
And it is a Buffalo penalty.
Just at the Sabres blue line into the neutral zone. As he gets his stick into the hands of Jeannot.
Josh Doan, 2 minutes for hooking. Unfortunately, the Sabres, 1 man short here. Boston get a 2-minute power play after that.
After killing off the Sabres one earlier on.
This is the East first round. Buffalo leads 1-0. Again, ladies and gentlemen, best of 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 2. Buffalo Sabres had the better season record. Atlantic Division champions. That means they hosted these first 2 games in Buffalo, New York. Game 3 will be in Boston, Massachusetts. The Bruins get to have home field advantage. And right now they got to deal with hostile fans. The hostile Saberhood. And the Sabertooth in Buffalo. The Sabertooth Predators.
A minute plus to go on this power play.
Here we go, Sabres looking to get something done here. Kick the puck away. Went back to Boston. Can't find anything offensively here. Sabres just getting worked defensively right now by the Boston Bruins. Lindholm staying with the puck. Passes it back to Minton.
Second unit on the ice.
Arvidsson passing it around.
James Hagen's pass was broken up by Stanley. The 19-year-old got it for Arvidsson. Here's Casey Middlestat, former Sabre out high.
Lindholm, Middlestat, and Arvidsson out there for the Boston Bruins. 3 big names that I can see myself.
20-plus seconds to go for the Bruins.
Lindholm now with the puck back to Middlestat to Lindholm. Slap shot, Hagens hits one of his own players. Another slap shot. That one's not hitting nothing. Slap shots all around from the Boston Bruins. Just can't find the back of the net. Focusing more on power than accuracy are the Boston Bruins with that lineup. Or at least that current strategy. Trying to work that power play with 3 seconds left to go. That power play strategy, just get some slap shots on net. Try to focus more on power than accuracy. Don't get nothing too fancy, just bang one in there.
The official, he doesn't like this call either. We'll get a look at it in front of the net. Cross-checked him in the shoulder, and it's probably, well, if it's not there,
Sabres
it's there.
roughing
So
right in front of the net.
There's where
Unfortunately, that is interference and cross-checking.
I think Buffalo has to guard against.
But it will be called for cross-checking. Now Boston with a 2-man advantage after that penalty. Connor Timmins cross-checking. But 3 seconds to go, and then it will be a 1-man advantage. That one cleared by the Sabres. Now Boston power play 1:50 to go.
Then not enough, but still, got to be careful crossing.
9 minutes in the first remain.
Up ice. Here's Pasternak.
Pasta hitting some moves, cannot find a pass. That one goes off the boards. Now Zacha and Lindholm working it around the Sabres defense. Boston still will control Zacha. Nice moves there. McAvoy also out there for the Bruins. Now trying to get it back to Pasta. McAvoy back to Zacha. McAvoy looking for something here, back to Pasta, who did put it on net. That one, though, just hit off, and this one now goes back to the Boston defensive zone. Pasternak right back there, good center positioning. McAvoy with the pass to Pasta, now working that right wing, it looks like Pasta ring. Pasta denied by Luukkonen. These shots just getting sent right back down to the defensive zone.
And at some point, if he delivers a puck to the net,
Arvidsson now will control for Boston. Back to Middlestat, former Sabre. Lindholm working it to Mitten. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen defensively keeping control here for the Sabres.
Luukkonen follows this puck as it goes point.
Absolute stonewall here in the net. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in this first period.
And Luukkonen's in perfect position.
Perfect positioning.
Tight to Minton, so he can't really get a ton on it. But
he's used to these shots. And now get some playoff experience under his belt with a win after game 1 away. Probably had some buffalo chicken wings. For sure.
Trying to solve Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and one of the game's best penalty kills. Swatted deep by
Middlestat passing it around.
Middlestat gets it back.
Now back to control. Still the Boston Bruins have this thing. Arvidsson kind of lost the puck there. Off that fumble, Sabres chip it down. Killing off this power play. Only 8 seconds to go.
They didn't have chances for him to get out there in the first 3 games.
Buffalo's power play, keeping the game at 0-0. Or I should say penalty kill, I'm sorry. Boston's power play could not find anything. Buffalo's penalty kill, keeping the game at 0-0. After 2 failed power plays back-to-back from the Bruins.
And a massive momentum grabber right there for Buffalo.
6:50 left to go here in the first. Chip down back to the Buffalo defensive zone now. Boston still with control here, skating it back, setting something up here. That one in front of the net, dangerous zone here. Dangerous spot, flicking it out here. Just trying to keep Boston moving around, it looks like.
Janot with a side step down the left wing boards, got it deep. Careens off the skates of Peyton Krebs.
Now,
and Bo Byram peels back
the Sabres trying to skate around here defensively, find a different look. Moving forward here. That one can't find the pass.
Up and out of play with 6:15 to go, and the Bruins come up empty on those 2 power plays here in the first. The Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN are presented by Geico.
Thompson's out there laying the body down. Love to see that. Love to see that. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 2, Round 1 of the 2026 NHL Stanley Cup playoffs will continue after these commercials. It is the Buffalo Sabres versus the Boston Bruins. Once again, here in Buffalo, New York. I will be right back.
New Cologuard Plus?
Yep.
Colon cancer screening delivered to your door. Check. No prep? Check. Non-invasive? Check. Check. Check.
And it detects 95% of colon cancer, similar to colonoscopy.
Check it. Check. The Cologuard Plus test is for people 45 plus at average risk. False positive and negative results may occur, not for those at high risk. Introducing Cologuard Plus. It's the box that checks all the boxes for screening. Ask your provider or request Cologuard Plus online.
You're looking at Carvana's newest and proudest customer. So proud that we're teaming up to create Shaqvana.
We are? We are.
Shaqvana will be 100% online so customers can shop from anywhere.
That's so Shaqvana.
About time you caught up. On Shaqvana.com, customers can shop tens of thousands of vehicles.
Love it.
And they'll get 7 days to love their ride or their money back. Visit Shaqvana or Carvana and buy your car today.
14 minutes into Game 2. Let's take a look back at Game 1. Matthias Samuelsson was an absolute monster for the Sabres. He played 22 and a half.
Absolute monster, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute monster down there on the ice for Buffalo. Samuelsson. But that's what you got to do. You got to hit people in the playoffs. I really don't care if it starts a fight. I want there to be fights. This is hockey. This is the Buffalo Sabres. This is Buffalo hockey, and damn it, we are going to fight. We are going to throw the hands. We are going to get our fists bloody. We are going to lay it all out there in the playoffs for the Stanley Cup Championship.
In Game 1, and that was momentous.
6 minutes, 15 seconds remain in the first. 0-0. Neither team able to find the back of the net. Both goalies are an absolute brick wall right now.
Won't anymore. That's maturity.
Off the face-off, Boston trying to pass it around here. Sabres intercept that pass now. Looking for an opportunity to put it in the back of the net here. Cannot find anything though. Boston working it around right now. Back to the Sabres again.
Now charged up again, as you would expect.
Now, Sabres chip it down. Don't like to see that. I hate when the Sabres just want to do the dump in and fucking play it on the dump in, but Boston seems to be having a hard time trying to skate around right now. That one, right into the glove of Swayman.
The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else.
Honestly,
The most NHL edge in
the dump and play isn't really my favorite maneuver.
on the NHL app.
I do like more of a fast-paced, aggressive, kind of just in your face, get bodies in front of the net, take some sniper shots. Buffalo, I think maybe their dump-in strategy, trying to work down them skates, trying to really take away a lot of that energy early from the Boston Bruins, get them as tired as they can here early in the game. That way they are just exploded by that third period. They're blown the hell out. And right now, everybody getting hit, but the Boston managing to keep the puck in their control now. Dumping it in themselves. And they're able to hit passes, and there is a chance from the Boston Bruins. Just Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen standing strong in the net now. Tuck passing it. Lost control, Tage Thompson. Now back to Boston. No, the Sabres with it, and we're going to slow it down.
The Bruins only have 5 shots. Luukkonen's made 4 really good stops.
Here we go, off the pass. Sabres trying to find the offensive zone. Boston, good defense. They have the puck now, and they're working the Sabres. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen able to keep control of the puck for the Sabres. Higgins wants to throw some hands. Exchange of words there with number 17 for the Sabres. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is still 0-0 in this first period.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Working at the arena, what can I say? It was an experience. I guess like I would say maybe second favorite job the first time around when I was getting paid like $7 an hour. And I don't know, it seemed like when I was just a runner and when I was making like less money, nobody like really cared. I could like kind of enjoy stuff a little bit more, even like see the games and the events a little bit more, just because I was kind of in the 200 in the club level, which was nice. So it was like I was making less, but still getting to be like, okay, you know, I still get to kind of enjoy myself. But the second time that I went back, worked for security, and it was okay, but not really my favorite. Again, just didn't really care for a lot of the people in control. And then tried to go back to being a runner again. And I figured, well, you know, I'll just make less money again and get to see some pretty cool events. Maybe even get to be at games like this, like the playoffs. But unfortunately, they fired me like right around my birthday. They terminated me after I put in a 2-week notice. I never put in a 2-week notice anywhere. I never do that in my life. And the first time I do, yeah, I get an email back saying, oh, we're going to terminate you. Yeah, your 2-week notice is effective immediately. And it was strange because I didn't even like try to like overstep any bounds or anything. I was just kind of not really happy with my current position as a concessions attendant. And, you know, there were people like constantly like, I remember this one time, I'll tell a little bit of a story right now. I'll tell a little bit of a story of when I worked at the arena. Like as a concessions attendant, this is like how stupid and how like unbelievable they are. You know, they would like text my phone and stuff, and I'm not really the type of person where like I don't really want my coworkers and shit texting me, like my personal cell phone and stuff. So like I guess they were trying to like text my home phone, which isn't my cell phone, but they would like send texts like, hey, you don't work today. So like when I would show up, they'd be like, oh, you're not working today. You didn't get the text message or anything. I'm like, no, you never said anything. So then I would see that they texted the wrong number, and I would give them the right number. And then there would be times where I would go to work and, you know, I would have to run all around because they're so like off balance. I don't know. There's like this group chat with like the supervisors and the managers. And like I said, I'm not into like that whole type of thing with like my coworkers and stuff. I don't need to be in like a group chat or anything. And then like, I guess when like you need something, you're supposed to like go to the group chat and like let your supervisors or something know. I don't know. But I really wasn't into like that whole type of thing. So like I would walk around sometimes and like try to find people when I needed help and can't find anybody. But then they would be like, "Where the hell were you? Like, what were you doing?" They would essentially treat you like shit. I remembered specifically at orientation. They tell you exactly you don't matter. You get 10 minutes for a break. And if you want to eat anything, you got to go to that stand. You got to have a free meal ticket. So you got to hand in your meal ticket. It has to be signed so they know that you used it and whatever, and you got a free meal, and they gave away a free meal. You can only get certain things. It's not really the most exclusive shit. Like we were just talking about earlier, how you could get like 150 steaks at $150 steaks, $50 burgers at like WrestleMania this year and shit. No, none of that on a free meal ticket. You would get like the ordinary, the normal, the regular kind of shit. The run of the mill, if you will. It wouldn't really be anything special for your lunch break, but again, they would give you like 10 minutes. You would have to rush to whatever stand you want to like get your free meal, bring that back to your concession stand, and you have to eat it at your stand. So I couldn't even like just chill at like a table and like kind of watch the game or something. They want you to get your food, rush all the way back to the stand. I didn't kind of like that. You can only drink water. I'm not the biggest fan of like plain water. I at least got to be drinking Kool-Aid or some. I love soda, so like I got to have something with sugar, honestly. Plain water was the only thing you were allowed to drink now. Again, but again, I wasn't really the type of person who really feels like I need to eat or drink when I'm at work. I was just like, hey man, I'm not really like comfortable with people coming up to me like, where the hell were you, when I'm trying to like find people and like I need help and assistance, and like they kind of like, I remember them being like, you're not allowed to talk to any celebrities, you're not allowed to talk to any of the players. You essentially don't matter. You will never matter as a worker, as an employer, or as an employee, I should say, for the team, which kind of sucks because it feels like the highest position I ever held was security, because it feels like you are actually part of the team. So the highest position you could ever hold is definitely a security guard. And it feels like as soon as you get that, I mean, you pretty much have all access, all control to kind of, do whatever you want in the arena, to kind of just walk around, enjoy games, not eat or anything. You can't like just get free food and stuff, but essentially to just enjoy events and still be employed and kind of, whatever. But the people were kind of like assholes. I remember a lot of times working outside and having to explain the bag policy where you can't bring in a certain size bag, and people feel like I make the rules and I decide what happens in the arena, and that's not how I don't like to work that way at all. Again, I'm not the one making the rules. I just have to enforce them. So I didn't really care for being a security guard. Again, went back to concessions. Didn't really care for that. Always had people being like, where the hell are you? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I clocked in. They know where I am. I'm not watching the game or anything, because if I was, somebody would automatically go to my boss and tell them, because you're not allowed to do that anymore. You just can't enjoy the events. You have to always be at your stand and whatever, hidden from the people if you're not working the front counter or whatever. So I just said, hey man, like I'm not really comfortable with doing the concessions. Is there any way I can move back to being a runner? They said no. We would have to get everybody's approval on that. I already knew what that meant, so that was a no. I said, hey, can I put in a 2-week notice? And they said, no, your 2-week notice is effective immediately, so we're just going to terminate you. And I thought that honestly, that kind of like sucked, because I never did anything I felt like wrong to them. I always showed up to work. I always did what I was supposed to do. I just asked if I could go back to my old job. I just asked these guys if I could go back to my old job, and yeah. The one time I put in a 2-week notice in my life, that shit happens, and it kind of ruined my birthday. The last couple of years, my birthday has really just sucked, and it's really been ruined. The one year, I remember I was talking to this girl, and she was like, not even like, she didn't even care that it was my birthday or anything. I remember like, I would text her, and I'm like, hey, it's my birthday. Didn't even get a text back, couldn't even get a reply back or anything, and that was the birthday, my 1 year. So I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. And then the next year, it's like I get fired from the arena for like just trying to go back to my old job and shit, and it's like, okay, whatever.
It's always so hard.
But that is a little bit of a story time. It's currently a Buffalo power play. 2 minutes on the power play. 30 seconds remain in the first period.
Pasternak's in the box. The Sabres, their second power play here with 30 seconds left.
Boston and Buffalo remain tied at 0 apiece.
In this series, and the Bruins get an immediate kill.
Mike, you mentioned the face-off stats. There's another.
So like I said, I love the Sabres and I love the Buffalo Bandits. I'm able to still enjoy games here on the channel with you guys whenever we have big games like this and make it to the playoffs.
Sips it along.
I just kind of felt like that's the reason why I kind of just want to be my own boss and be more self-efficient and more self-sufficient in my life from now on, because I don't know, man. When I try to talk to people and do business with them, they just don't really. They're not really in the same universe as me, I should say. We're definitely not doing business in the same universe, but I'm able to do stuff like this, and I have the best seat in the house. I'm able to do this on the channel. Hopefully enjoy some hockey with some hockey fans out there, some Buffalo Sabres fans, obviously. Get some new viewers, new subscribers.
Just 2 teams slugging it out, grinding it down.
And hopefully everybody's having a good time, enjoying the content, enjoying the hockey content. Like I said, trying out a new angle here with the camera.
Seem to be very comfortable. That was a huge win for them coming back like that.
Really, you know, if I was still working there, they would want me to be somewhere hidden in the back room right now, working my ass off. Probably not even. You would have to work minimum wage,
winning the last game and coming the way they did,
and you know your hours would be cut really back, because they have this thing too where it's like the veterans or just I'm trying to find the correct word. If you just have more experience, like you've been there longer than other people, you know, you're gonna be the first one that they in like big events, so you would really have like your hours cut down. I think the highest paychecks I would make from there is like maybe like 100 to 200 bucks. 200 probably is like even extending it, or like that was like rare, you know. 200 bucks from working at the Sabres was kind of rare for me. So still trying to think, but if you had like veterinary status, like if you were working there for a long time, you would be at the top of their list for like people that they really want to call first for like big events and stuff. So when I would get to when I went back and when I would get to work events and when I would get to work games, none of them even knew that like half of the people that were like my actual bosses and stuff never even knew what I did before. I mean, when I worked as a runner and I was making less money, I went to every single game, I worked every single game, never missed a game, was at every single event, never had a problem with any of the fans, any of the players, anything. So that's why it always seemed strange to me, and you know, I just asked to go back to my old job. And yeah, it's an old job where you can have a better experience, and I think they're like, you know, he just wants to have the more laid-back experience, and he just doesn't, you know, he doesn't want to be a hard worker. He doesn't, you know, that type of attitude, it kind of felt like. And it really felt like they were power tripping too, like in a lot of the conversation with them. I can immediately tell when I'm having a conversation with somebody, they're giving me attitude or they're power tripping because they feel like they have the higher authority or just a higher position over a person, and they can make decisions like that, where, like I said, I wasn't trying to like step on anybody's toes or give anybody a problem. Half of them didn't even know the type of worker that I was before, or that I worked as a runner, and that I worked for $7 an hour, and that I made, you know, jack shit. I just wanted to work at the arena and enjoy some games and enjoy some events. I worked as security. Half of them don't even know that I worked as a security guard. You know, those are the things where it's like they don't take into consideration of all the things that you did kind of before them. It's just like I said, at orientation, they literally told us, like, it's like our boss just told us, you don't matter. You know, you don't matter here. The only people that do matter are the people with actual status, and that's how they. which kind of like sucked to kind of get to that point where you can get a call back and to get hired. I never wanted it to feel like they were just hiring people off the street, but that's what that felt like. To have them tell you, hey, you just don't matter here, and you don't get to enjoy yourself at the arena because you work here. That doesn't matter. But years ago, it was kind of like different people, and it seemed to be a little bit better. Like I said, when I was on that 200 level, when I was working those club levels, those suites, the club suites, and I really enjoyed that. Even though I was making like $7-8 an hour, it was more about the experience for me and just getting to put in the work. Like I said, when they fired me before my birthday, they didn't even know that I was that kind of a worker. Like, I never missed a game. I was always putting in the work. I would haul things from one end of the arena to the other. Worked as a security guard, did whatever they wanted me to do with security. Always told people, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, and that was a problem for people, which I didn't like, because my thing is I want everybody to go to the arena and have a great experience. I don't want to be the ones that ruins that experience. I want everybody to feel like they can come to the arena again and actually have a good time. I want to be part of the feeling of like, hey, we just got to go out and enjoy a nice time at the arena.
Josh Allen, the Bills quarterback, a man of the
and working as security, it was kind of like I always had to be the bearer of bad news, or I always had to be the person where it was like, hey, sorry, but I'm sorry to be a dick, but you can't do this and you can't do that, and I'm just like, that's not the type of person I am, honestly. Like, obviously people have to like abide by laws and rules, and there's restrictions and everything, but if I'm telling somebody to not do something and now they take it as like it's a personal problem or whatever, it's some kind of like personal animosity, I don't know, man. I'm just doing my fucking job. I don't even know this person and shit. Like, I don't care. That's why I just had to step away from everything, and I was just like, yeah, this shit really isn't for me. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck these people think. Like, I don't make the rules. I just am being told what to do. So if I don't tell people what to do, I'm not doing my job. So I didn't really care for it too much. And then when I went back, I didn't really care for it too much either. I wanted to go back to the 200 level and work in the suites, even if they were like, hey man, you're gonna take, and I expected to still be making the same like hours, so like maybe like $150, maybe $200 a paycheck for like 2-3 games, maybe 2 games out of the week, whatever is in that schedule, like whatever's booked in that schedule. It really wasn't much.
They say you don't know anything about a series until both teams have played a home game.
I don't know about that. Listen, you got to come out, rip the door.
I would have been okay though with them saying, hey, it's still the same amount of hours, less pay. That's the type of person I am, I'll put in the work if it means I'll make less money, sure. I don't really give a fuck. But if you're just going to be assholes and you think people just want to be assholes and they just want to decide that they have the power to control other people's lives, that's what I have a problem with.
Tampa Montreal game. More of the same on this night 4.
I don't really like when people feel like they have the power to control who I am or my life. If I want to work for you, if I want to do something for you, that's one thing. But essentially, when I went to that orientation and they that dude literally just, his name was Ethan Hassick, by the way. He literally just told all of us, we're like, there's got to be 100, 200 people sitting in this room, and he literally just looks us all dead in the face and just says, you don't matter here. So as soon as he said, like, we don't matter, I knew right from there kind of like what it was going to be moving forward, and I was like, holy shit, maybe I need to start thinking about like plan B from not being here so much.
Half off all pizzas.
But it's great to see, the Sabres doing their thing now. Again, for me, my dream is to perform at the arena one day. I think that'll be when I get to go to the games again, or just to get to go to the arena again and get to be in the environment. When I do get to start to perform my music at larger venues, and hopefully, the Sabres Arena, Buffalo Bills' new stadium, Orchard Park. It is a dream. It is a dream that is off in the distance, but maybe possibly one day a reality. for me, I've worked there. I got the experience of working there. It was always my dream, actually, to work there as an usher, which they also did offer me right when I went to go be a security guard. But they said with security guard, you would get more hours, you would get higher pay, because again, if you want to be an usher, you're right at the bottom of the list at people they're going to call if they got higher experience or just more years above you. So you're pretty much starting at the bottom if you want hours or good paychecks. Always wanted to be an usher because basically it's, not having to fucking dictate people around and feel like I'm trying to dictate laws and rules.
Nature's bounty. Your body uses magnesium in over
Usher, I always wanted to be, got to work there, got to have the experience, which is nice. I know pretty much the ins and outs of what they expect. And again, the people who treated me the way that they didn't even know the type of worker that I was previously or beforehand. So for me, I feel like it's better for me to kind of just step away from the people that I don't need to work for, or, I don't really need to give my all for if they're just going to be that type of a person. I would much rather have the opportunity to sit here, have the best seat in the house. I didn't have to pay a fucking single dime for a ticket. It is basically internet and Hulu. It is a Hulu subscription and internet, ladies and gentlemen, and electricity. So that is all of the bills here that I had to pay to be able to make this happen.
Don't just hope for a strong
Phone bill maybe, but there was no ticket spent to be able to enjoy this game here with all the lovely people on the YouTube platform. And of course, I imagine myself doing this more content like this on the channel.
About the importance of routine cancer screening.
These, of course, are just testing the waters and seeing where we can go. But if I was still working there, they would probably just have me fucking grinding, fucking slaving away in the back of a room somewhere. Not even worth it, and not even getting to enjoy any of this experience, really. It's a little bit enjoyable, obviously, when you're not having to go through it. When you gotta work, but if I work, I'd rather not work for people who are gonna just be assholes and disrespect me and decide that I should be fired before my birthday. So that's where I stand on that.
Welcome back to the Expedia First Intermission Report.
Ladies and gentlemen, these teams are still tied at 0-0. Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche getting a chance here to talk in the interview. I will be right back. Gonna go get a sip of the soda, maybe take a bathroom break, and we'll be right back for what the hell is going on with the lighting? Holy hell. And we will be right back for period 2. Are we still live, ladies and gentlemen? Let me make sure. Yes. Okay. Audio looks good. Live feed looks good. You got to be sure with these things. You never know. You never know what YouTube.
Right there's the Nate Dogg in the house.
Yeah, and he looks Nate good. Dogg.
I'll tell you one thing. He's always going to wear a suit that fits him well. He's in tremendous shape. That thing's painted to him.
Love a man that walks with a purpose.
Look at that walk. Oh, he's all in. All business. He's all in. The kid he might have Timberlands on right now, the way he's walking.
Coming up later tonight.
My goodness.
How's your bracket right now?
Timberlands?
As you can see, what's going on around the Stanley Cup playoffs. And we want to give you a taste as to what. So Boston Buffalo, we're scoreless. We're getting ready for the second period back in Western New York. But the game in Tampa and Montreal, and every whistle is just pushing and shoving, scrum after scrum. And I don't know what you said to Brandon Hagel that got him going, but he got a big goal. And
I asked him what else he was going to do tonight.
Hagel scored a couple of ways. Watch this.
Well, once again, Lee, we told you they were just talking. This conversation obviously didn't go the way that they thought it probably would go at the start. And give credits to Yuri for constantly stepping up here, and Hagel. I just love this. I love two guys stepping up and doing it. Yuri gets your head up. He learned his lesson. He got back up. And I like this. He keeps going. Don't stay down. Good man. He gets a lot of respect, not only from his teammates, the Tampa guys, and guys around the league watching. So
yeah, look, you got to give them both a lot of credit. They're all playing with a lot of emotion. And Kotkowski is a big, strong, young guy that's cutting his teeth in the playoffs, and he's not backing down. He's scoring goals. He's fighting. He's become a playoff juggernaut for the Montreal Canadiens, and what a player he's turning out to be.
Okay, you would not do that in a
Absolutely
real
not.
game.
No way.
12 minutes left to
That's
play
got a
in that
couple inches
period
on me.
on ESPN.
So I mean, I gotta be
ESPN game. Back to Buffalo for the second. This has been the Expedient First Intermission Report.
There are no guarantees in sports. But one thing's for sure, when you can breathe better, game days are better. Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Some adults felt their
I've
asthma
returned,
symptoms
ladies and
improve
gentlemen.
in as little as 3 days.
I can see we're still at commercial break.
Allergic reactions,
But that's
including
okay.
Skin reactions can occur.
Because we are ready for the second period. Still no goals, but I do have the Sabres on standby. I do absolutely have the Sabres on standby for any goals still to happen.
Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms.
And we will pull out the blades when the Sabres find the back of the net.
Talking to your doctor. Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
We will pull out the blades and we will draw the blood of the Boston Bruins here in Game 2, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been taking word classes online.
How?
Only pay for what you
We will behead them, yes, we will. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Game 2 here in Buffalo, New York. Already went into story time. Some of my experience working at the Sabres Arena. Definitely like some more memories that I have, I guess. Favorite memories growing up. My mom would always take me to Disney on Ice. That was like always our thing when I was growing up. Got to go see Disney on Ice. Got to go see the rodeo a lot with my mom, which was always like one of my favorite things to do with her. Again, she always loved country music, and she was really big into like the country scene. So the rodeo, they don't really come here too much actually, anymore at least, which is kind of like odd because Buffalo loves country music. It's like it's one of the most popular like music genres here in Buffalo.
Nothing like Platinum Nights.
So I don't know how the rodeo isn't being booked at the KeyBank Center like damn near every year because people love the rodeo. Maybe it has something to do with the dress code or something. Again, guys, when I worked security, there were all these rules and all these policies and all these things that I did not like having to force down on people. I mean, I've heard that the rodeo, like you're not allowed to go to the rodeo unless you have like a certain dress code. So maybe all the baddies here in Buffalo don't wanna conform to the dress code and the policies of the center. It's a possibility. Like I said, guys, it's different than when I was growing up, but those were some of my favorite memories with my mom, going to Disney on Ice, going to the rodeo. My dad would always take me to wrestling events. Got to see a hell of a lot of wrestling events. It was like anytime there was a wrestling event in Buffalo, I was most likely at that arena.
Most people got 100% clear
I've seen more wrestling events there than I have hockey games, and I worked for the Sabres. So, oh man, some of my favorites though. Armageddon 2008, Jeff Hardy winning his first championship. Throwback Monday Night Raw edition.
We're starting to get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver.
There was a couple good events.
To say I'm back to clear skin with Bimzelx. Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx, also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HS. Pain. Sweat. Cheers. Tears. Rinse.
But the dream, hopefully one day, even if I'm never gonna work there again, I'm still gonna work there again as a performer. I believe it's still in the dreams, and it's definitely right there at the top of my goals to be able to perform not only at the Buffalo Sabres Arena in downtown Buffalo, but the new Buffalo Bills Stadium, which is opening in Orchard Park later this season. So I've heard when it comes to this arena, like the Sabres Arena, they don't really want to build a new arena here in Buffalo because it's really complicated trying to find a right venue with like parking and everything. Downtown Buffalo, I feel like, is not really the most greatest of designed areas when it comes to like architecture and working out traffic and shit. There's a hell of a lot of traffic down there when there really is traffic down there.
Time now to go to Leah Hextall as well. Leah, what'd you learn?
So keeping the arena where it is now is actually great. It doesn't need to be like demolished or sent to another location or anything. If anything, they're actually more focused on doing like upgrades and repairs to the existing foundation. So that arena is going to be there for a very long time. for the most part, while we have Terry Pegula, especially as an owner, it's going to remain just in his upgrades and repairs kind of deal. I don't really like the name KeyBank Center. I'm not a big fan of KeyBank. I do like M&T here in Buffalo. Not really a big fan of KeyBank. I do miss HSBC Arena. I really do miss HSBC. We're live here, ladies and gentlemen. Second period, 19 minutes, 1 minute down. And it looks like Boston kind of afraid right now. Sabres still working it. Good shots on the net here from the Sabres.
Thompson got it back to Dahlin, now chipped ahead. And Luukkonen out to play.
Good shots.
And Quinn miscued.
Need more opportunities like that from the boys.
Fired it over top of the net.
If anybody out there doesn't know, Buffalo, New York is right across from Toronto, Canada. I expect a lot of people possibly from Toronto, Canada tonight for this amazing hockey game we had between the Sabres and the Bruins. Probably a lot of people from Boston, maybe even some people from the Big Apple, New York City.
What a great stick, Andrew Peak. And the Bruins with tons of great sticks denying these entries.
But as I said, about 20,000 people at full attendance, 21,000 maximum capacity. That's sold out for the Buffalo Sabres, so I'd expect about 21,000 tonight in that arena. And they are not too far from me at all, ladies and gentlemen. Literally a 6-7 minute drive right down the street.
New York native, just over 2 hours away from here. Benson tied up by Aspero.
It is the Boston Bruins right now on the attack. Still working it. Ooh, nice shot there. Could not find the net though. No accuracy right there from the Bruins.
Tonight where they've missed the net, good scoring chances. You got to get it on the net at least.
Got to get it on the net. It's a good scoring chance. It's a good shot, but you got to hit the mark. You got to try to get it past the goalie. Boston still taking shots. Buffalo playing defense here.
Puck bounces out to center.
And now trying to work it out. Sabres player loses the helmet, gets off the ice. Back to the slap shot center, could not find it.
Sabres
like I said, I expected Boston to really find out what they did wrong in that first game. It seemed like everything seemed to go wrong in the third period last time, so
he's got to find it before Quinn shoots it over the net. There's Lindholm's
I know Boston,
this is the net 4 or 5 feet to the right.
A team that is not going to make the same mistake twice
career year in goals scored, most of them
or even that much more, especially in playoff games.
Buffalo, but he had a great chance there.
Right now, Buffalo trying to take shots on net.
Puck grabbed by Sean Corrali, lumbers out to center.
Bruins working it back down to the Sabres zone. Good shots from Bruins players now hitting bodies down low. Couple shots on net from the Bruins, and that's held up. Gotta lock that down, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Ooga chaka. Boston definitely laying the bodies down here in the second.
Really good chance for Janot and Luukkonen, who's read the play really well tonight. Has made a couple of strong saves.
Like I said, it all seemed to go wrong in that third period. So, still in the second here, and we are still tied up at 0-0. Could it come down to the third period? Could it go down to overtime? These two teams playing like this, it's a possibility.
Talking about Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who in Game 1 made his Stanley Cup playoff.
Neither team wants to make the same mistake that they did before in that Game 1.
Peak a shot did not get through. Higgins hacks at it. Now Peak back toward the net.
Buffalo had to come back in Game 1. They went down 2-0, but things did turn around in that third period.
Done their job as much as they are from the third line. They're supposed to have zone time, and they've done it.
And everything seemed to go wrong for Boston in that third period in Game 1.
The 21-year-old Centerman Fraser Minton, a rookie, and the 23-year-old.
Just an absolute defensive breakdown. And now Buffalo trying to work it back down to the Bruins end.
Crowd fired up here in game 2 at KeyBank Center. Nikita Zadorov leaning.
Again, we do have Josh Allen in attendance. The Buffalo Bills quarterback is in attendance for the Sabres game. Watching game 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, round 1 here. Josh Allen most likely got out of training camp and said, I'm going to go watch the Sabres lay the smackdown on that ass.
Of the Sabres.
Now back down to the Bruins defensive zone. Swayman works it back, passes around now from the Boston players. Buffalo staying on the attack here. It is back to Buffalo. Buffalo now passing it around. Shot on front of the net, gets deflected. Buffalo still working down here. That Bruins defense, and it is Bruins stopping the play.
2 more games tonight, 9:30 Eastern time over on ESPN2. Game 2, Mammoth and Golden Knights. Then next year on
15 minutes 33 still remain in the second. We are tied at 0-0. The Buffalo Sabres, though, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta draw blood. If it comes down to a fight, it comes down to a fight. I love fights in hockey. I'm all for it. Fuck it. I don't care who we gotta hit. I don't care who we gotta fight. If I gotta put my fist through somebody's teeth, I'm gonna do that shit if it means we're gonna win the Stanley Cup. That's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. If I gotta go out there, if I gotta get the fist bloody, if I gotta headbutt a son of a bitch in front of his family, in front of his loved ones, I don't think his family and his loved ones understand what it means to be a Stanley Cup champion. And Arvidsson gets the first goal for the Boston Bruins. Absolutely smokes right past the Buffalo Sabres as I'm talking shit.
It's both the same way. The first he came out of the penalty box, darted behind the Sabres D and scored.
Darted just past the Sabres defense. Absolutely flashed them.
Quicker than Samuelson can
looking like the Flash from the
DC
movie.
Arvidsson had a tremendous year for the
Arvidsson has been a name too. I've been hearing a lot for the Bruins, so he's got to be like that replacement for Marchand or something.
He's always got so much energy, and he was one of the players that Stern pointed out needed to be better.
He's been all over the ice tonight, and he ends up with the first goal for the Boston Bruins. Buffalo once again fighting from the deficit. Now Sabres trying to get the comeback goal. It is 1-0 Boston Bruins after the goal from Arvidsson, who absolutely flashed his way past the Sabres defense. And that has been my biggest problem with the Sabres over the years, ladies and gentlemen. If you know, you know. I have said time after time, not a fan of Duane, do not like him as the Sabres captain. Defensively, I don't know why he calls himself a defenseman. Because shit like that happens when Duane is on the ice. Arvidsson got right past Samuelson there, who last game was one of our, I guess you could say one of our big rigs out there on the ice. One of the enforcers. I don't really think the Buffalo Sabres play goon-style hockey. I would like them to play more goon-style and really fucking start throwing the hands. That's my style of hockey. I love when I get my hands dirty on the fucking opposing team, Chad, and especially when it's my rivals, Dallas. You better believe, especially when it's my rivals, Dallas. But I'm all for the fights. I'm all for having to get our hands dirty, having to hit people. I don't really care who gets upset or who wants to fight us. That is honestly where I feel most comfortable. I want it to be a bloodbath. I want it to be a war. I want it to be a battlefield. If it's not chaos, if it's not mayhem, I don't want it. Second period, 14 minutes, 29 seconds still. Boston 1-0. Buffalo now all defense here in the second. Bruins passing it around, lost that. Chipped out by Buffalo, now they lost it. Back to Boston.
And if his
Back to Boston.
feet are not there, his legs aren't
Back
there,
to
he can't
Boston.
get into the seams. As a little guy,
Now,
you're not gonna be
Bruins
effective.
working in the
He's
Sabre
healthy,
zone.
And he's been really great for the Bruins this year.
I like that. Darter.
See a seam? Dart in. Like who, Mike? Which
Sabres
running back?
Our boy
trying to find a way to work this puck out of their zone.
It's like you finessing your way in for game one.
All across the boards right now, back to the blue line.
Mason Lorai, high slot.
Now, Boston defense passing it around here. They lost control of it. Now it's the Sabres' possession.
To Ryan McLeod. Now can the Bruins
McLeod passes it around. Shot on net gets deflected.
puck into the corner, tapped
That
around
wasn't
by
hitting
Boston.
nobody.
Higgins could slide it out safely.
Now, puck coming back to the Sabres. Shot down, dumping. Don't like to see that. Probably going for a line change. Shot on net. Sabres still working the puck in the Bruin zone. All offense right here from the Sabres. Couple slap shots on net. Can't find anything though. And the Sabres get control of the puck again after the Bruins try to dump it back.
Benson tried to work it deep, couldn't pass McAvoy, who delivers a couple of checks on Josh Stone.
Now back to the Sabres again off that off the interference here. A lot of interceptions here from the Sabres. They are trying to keep defensively sticks going with the Bruins. It has been a stick battle, but just a big breakaway there last time from Arvidsson, able to pass gets right past defense. And not only that, Luukkonen was just stunned on the move that was applied on him. So, got past the defense, able to get a shot past the goalie. And that is the tally right now, 1-0. Boston's game here in Buffalo. Sabres still trying to find a way back into this.
I always think these are gift
12 minutes, 22 remain in the second.
But Byram's going to hook this up over the glass. It's clean out of the rink, and so the Bruins will go on their third power play, and they've got a 1-0 lead.
When we come back, the Boston Bruins have a third power play coming up here. Boston's going to be at strength in numbers when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. Grab yourself a snack. Maybe get yourself some soda, Gatorade, Body Armor, another one that I love. Body Armor is I'm not sponsored, but hey, Body Armor, help me out. Get yourself a snack, grab a drink, maybe some popcorn, Gatorade, Body Armor, soda. I don't know if you got icy machines. I don't know. Just grab something. We'll be right back.
Now at Verizon, get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra for $0. No trade-in needed.
Forgot about the shoes.
Yo, look, those two. Taco Bell's Lux boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box, are going to people's heads. Now they're expecting everything to be as Lux.
Where's the doorman?
There is no doorman.
That's why we're waiting.
Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux boxes.
Diabetes can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Easily track your glucose and lower your A1C with the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor. This is progress. Try for free at freestylelibre.us.
Bo Byram's in the box, puck over glass, the layup game on the Sabres. So Boston goes back to the power play, already leading in game two. The Sabres get a quick clear. Ray, what have you thought so far of the Bruins power play?
I think they're overpassing the puck out. And from a Bruins standpoint, I'd like to see Pasternak.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Great shot. He seems to be looking for geeky pass.
Live here. It is Boston on the power play. 1:40 still to go for them. 12 minutes remain in the second.
There's Morgan Geeky, led the team with 39
Geeky
goals
passing it
already.
around for Boston here. Pasta's out there for Boston. Pasta with the shot on net. Can't find Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Body Armor getting advertised right there. Look at that. Body Armor.
Immediate clear from Timmins.
Also had to go upstairs and turn on the Buffalo Sabres light, hopefully for some good luck. In our upstairs window, I do have Buffalo Sabres and Buffalo Bills. I keep them on as long as we're in the playoffs and our season is continuing. As soon as our season ends, I take them down. And it's basically until next season until I get to hang them up and turn them on again. So went up there, turned on the Sabres light, hopefully for some good luck here. As we are down 1-0. Buffalo penalty killers out there, trying to do whatever they can. Pasta's still out there for the Bruins as well. And now the Sabres dump it down. Swayman controls it back. Lindholm now skating it down.
The Bruins just haven't been able to get set.
Sabres not hitting anybody.
Goal on this power play so far. Second unit.
Boston gets into the Sabres zone. Now passing it around.
Higgins tried to slip in for Arvidsson. Back to the line.
Lindholm with a look at it. Can't find it. Can't find nothing on that one, Lindholm. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Buffalo Sabres now. Getting it out of there, clearing out the power play. Doing what the penalty killers do. Good penalty killer lineup there for Buffalo here in the playoffs against the Bruins. Gotta like what we've been seeing so far. Even though we're down the goal, it did not come, but there is another penalty here on the ice. Once again, they said Boston, #1 team here with penalties.
That will go against Boston.
Moments after killing that third Bruins power play, the Sabres will get their third one. Not a good penalty for the Bruins to take the most.
Bruins take the penalty. It will be a Buffalo Sabres power play, ladies and gentlemen.
This year more than anybody else, the Bruins really tax
Tanner Janot.
with penalties.
Interference, 2 minutes. Janot.
Kind of just runs into
Definitely sounds French-Canadian.
Janot. From the corner, Timmins has to
Janot.
to the front of the net. He dives to block that shot by Lindholm. That was a dangerous score.
Maybe he pronounces it Genet.
Taken away by Timmins.
Dave Jackson just said in our ears he's okay with that interference call.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo Sabres power play, passing it around. Bruins get it out of there. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen dives out of the net for it. Now Sabres, Dahlin working the ice here, trying to find something on the power play. Passes up to Tage Thompson, my favorite player here for the Sabres, currently on our roster.
Jack Quinn back to the line.
Jack Quinn I do like a lot. Owen Power as well. Thompson working around the front of the net. Can't get dirty though. Trying to get a nasty one. Just trying to find something a little greasy, honestly. Thompson trying to get a little greasy with that one, but I like it.
Did a lot of work in that spot on the power.
You might have to be a little grease ball down there in the front of the net. Get this one goal back here.
Self-pass in the direction of Zucker 2.
Real greaseball shit here from the Sabres, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll take it. Jack Quinn shovels it down the board. Zucker trying to wrap around, can't find it. Jack Quinn has the puck in his possession, skating around now, passing it around the Sabres.
Along the boards. Quinn scans. Quinn.
Dahlin slap shot. That shit was whack.
The Bruins can't exit.
Tage Thompson trying to get it back to his boys. Dahlin once again lining up. Back to Quinn. Oh, Quinn couldn't find it. Good look, though. That's a good opportunity. I like that for Jack Quinn.
25 seconds to go on the power play. Thompson, a shot
Ooh, Tage Thompson couldn't find it.
Spills past Quinn, and Husnudinov can head off.
Tage Thompson, though, back on it. 15 seconds on the power play remain for the Sabres.
Thompson drags
8 minutes remain in the second until the final intermission.
With 4 seconds to go on the Sabres power.
Currently my favorite players for the Buffalo Sabres, Tage Thompson, Jack Quinn, Owen Power, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Our goalie in net currently for the Buffalo Sabres, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Luke.
as the Bruins were scrambling around, who's Nadinov had broken his stick. A little bit of frustration for that.
4 seconds remain on the Buffalo Sabres power play.
Even the score up and that goalless drought.
1-0. Power play not working for the Sabres here. Penalty killers, I do like the line. I do like the penalty kill line, but our power play just absolutely getting nothing going here against Boston's penalty kill. Shots here. Sabres still can't get anything to go though.
Couldn't control it from McLeod. And out along the neutral ice. Tuck right
back to the Sabres again. Alex Tuck takes a shot. He's denied. That one goes out of play. Stop on the game there.
With 7:47 to go in the second.
Niagara Falls, Botanical Gardens, and of course the Electric Tower, all in Buffalo, New York. If you are out there in Buffalo, New York, please. The Theater District tomorrow is the grand opening of Scene 1 Entertainment. My mom is hired there once again at the theater. So happy for her. She is working where she belongs, definitely. So anybody in Buffalo, Scene 1 Entertainment, grand opening tomorrow. It's all proceeds. Any money that they make from ticket sales is all going to charity. So any ticket sales, any money that they make from their grand opening and their soft opening, all that money is going to go directly towards charities. And then after that, obviously, for some of the big blockbusters, you know, I'm just excited for my mom to be back in there, and it helps us out because financially we've been struggling. So right across from Shays in Buffalo, New York, in the Theater District, which is essentially our Broadway, if you know about New York City. So right across from Shays, Scene 1 Entertainment, the new cinema in Buffalo.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
What are you doing? I'm trying to reach this dust. Why don't you just use the Swiffer duster? This cleans in all the really tight places and all the really hot ones so you don't have to jump. Looks like you've invented everything.
Marco Stern told us pregame he wanted to see a big game from Victor Arvidsson.
Out of the penalty box in the first period, Arvidsson's got the breakaway. This is a great stop. Luukkonen goes across, spreads out to get the left pad on it. The second period, not to be denied. Aspro flips this puck up behind Matthias Samuelsson.
You see the jersey, chat. You see the Tage Thompson. You see who we're representing in the playoffs. You see who we're representing. Got the goat head jersey on. My era. From when we made it to the fucking Stanley Cup and shouldn't have even lost to my rivals. Those bitch-ass Dallas Stars.
This series, only 3+ minutes for Buffalo.
Zaka tried to put a good one on net there. Luukkonen got the pad on it.
And yet the Bruins trail in this series after
back here in the second period. 7 minutes due.
Walk back to the line. Hampus Lindholm.
That's a high-ass fucking pass.
Settled down by Victor
7 minutes still to go.
Now Casey Middlestat, former 8th overall pick, here by the Sabres. Middlestat out wide. He's centered. Kicked out by Luukkonen. Corralled by Buffalo.
A little bit of commotion going on in front of the net. And now we got fucking people getting angry. They want a penalty called on Boston. It's not happening though. Luukkonen dumps it around.
With inside of 7 to go in the second. Morai took it away and then Tuck.
Sabres still trying to find a way to get back into the Bruins defensive zone. Bruins still working it around here. Good pressure here from the Boston Bruins. Shot on net. This is good pressure. Sabres got to be feeling it. The fear is starting to set in. Taking shots on net. Nobody's holding up the puck. Sabres can't clear it. That one goes out of bounds.
This one deflected up and out of play at neutral ice.
Bruins a good forecheck shifts, some pressure around the
Krebs does the absolute worst thing right there.
Going to get tied up. Actually, that's a holding penalty. As Lindholm rips the stick out of Krebs' hand, he squeezed his arm to his body to be able to take the stick away, and he gets away with one there.
Lost his stick. Lindholm took the puck away from him, and that's what set up all the pressure recently from Boston on that last possession.
Dave Jackson in our ear, of course, agrees with
6
you.
minutes still to go in the second.
To get away with one there.
I would have yelled at Jax.
Now the Sabres win the face-off. Back to Dahlin. He dumps it out. Absolutely for no reason. Back to Boston. Dahlin, what the fuck are you doing?
Craziness in Carolina, Ottawa.
Shot on net here from Boston. They're still working the passes around. Back to the Sabres now. Trying to make something happen down the ice. Boston takes it away.
A faux blue line, too. Bruins in over the blue line. Fraser Minton gets it back. Spins one through the slot.
Good hit there from Dahlin. Actually takes away that pass.
And Norris collided with Minton.
Here we go. Dahlin, why do you keep fucking dumping it, bro? What is this? Are we just trying to get through the fifth? Like, are we just trying to get through the 5 minutes here? Like, what are these fucking dumpings? Our captain, every time he gets his hands on the puck, is just dumping it down the ice. Like it's a fucking dumping chase.
It puts the defending defenseman in.
We got 5 minutes to go in the second. We're down by 1. And all Dahlin keeps doing is dumping the fucking puck. Dahlin, my man, you don't know how to play defense, and now you're wasting every single offensive possession that we have. Please, for the love of God, get off the ice. Hang up the fucking skates. Do whatever I need you to do right now, so we don't fucking throw this second period.
Swayman freezes it, but because the puck was flipped,
the dump and chase is not the correct strategy that we need to have against the Boston Bruins. I'm just saying.
The Sabres make a change. This is like an icing call. Minton's line has to stay on the ice.
I'm gonna fucking start giving Dahlin some words here if he doesn't start playing Buffalo Sabres hockey at its finest. Here we go. Sabres win the face-off. Now trying to get some shots on net. Those are all deflected, though.
And the Bruins vacuum it out. This one comes spinning down for an icing whistle with 5.5 to go.
That is a icing. 5 minutes still remain in the second, ladies and gentlemen. Boston Bruins lead this game by 1. 2-0. Sabres trying to get the comeback goal. This is the East first round, game 2. Buffalo Sabres lead 1-0.
Buffalo, the Bruins have the lead on a Victor Arvidsson goal on a breakaway at 4:54 here in the second.
Sabres win the faceoff in the Bruins defensive zone. Trying to set something up here. Too much pressure here defensively, though, from the Bruins players. And they're just laying down the body right now, exactly what you want to see if you're a Boston fan. Trying to clear it out. A lot of pressure here. Sabres get it back. Trying to pass it around.
Settled down by Ryan McLeod.
A lot of battle for puck control here. Back to the Sabres.
Speeds it off. Timmins, one-timer.
One-timer, can't find it. Looks like the one-timers at the blue line are really effective for both these teams.
Tied up, and the puck back out to neutral.
Remember the long
but so far, the only goal has been, honestly, what I would say on a breakaway. Arvidsson just gets right past the Sabres defense, flashes right past him. Beats Luukkonen on the play.
2+ minutes.
I get that they want to take a lot of power shots from the blue line, but honestly, like I said, my style of hockey, you got to get right in there and you just got to play it dirty sometimes. You got to make stuff happen when it doesn't seem like you can. Find a way to make it happen. Find a way to make the play. You got to make a play. And now back to the Sabres. They just chip it out.
Pretty similar to game 1.
Boston dumps it in.
1-0, although the game has been far more even territorially than it was in the first game.
Sabres get control of it.
Bruins had extended the lead to 2-0 in game 1.
Sabres now with a chance.
That was not centers off a skate in front. That was dangerous. The
Bruins were set up defensively. Man advantage looks like it was almost there. They almost had a... Oh my God, he scored from like 25 feet, ladies and gentlemen. It was a dump-in from the Boston Bruins, and they scored off of that nonsense. Oh my God. Luukkonen was out of the net. Honestly, he wasn't even expecting that to go to the net. And that is what happens. Lindy Ruff can't even believe it. That's rough for Lindy Ruff.
5 feet in front of Luukkonen, and it's going to take an erratic bounce. Watch Geeky just
Bro, he fucking dumped it in from the center of the logo.
until it hits.
He scored a goal from the center of the logo. That's another thing. When I worked for the Sabres, I've never seen this shit in my life. The first time I ever seen this shit, bro, a dude from his bench, he got off the bench, he shot on net and he scored. How are they scoring these goals like this? That is not even a shot that they're trying to snipe the net. The craziest goal I ever seen. I seen that shit happen to the Sabres. The dude got off his bench. He took a shot on the net and he scored the goal. This guy takes a shot from the center of our logo and it goes in the net.
The Sabres are going to have to climb in again.
Josh Allen witnessed it all. Yeah, it was a shot from half court. This man literally took a shot from half ice.
Attack still, don't defend on your heels.
A goal from half ice. We are 2-0. Boston Bruins with the lead. Sabres down 2-0.
For stopping that puck from outside the blue line.
Honestly, we're all evened up on shots. 16 shots for the Bruins, 15 for the Sabres.
From outside the blue line.
So, pretty even on shot total.
Who's already stopped 4 breakaways tonight.
And that was just a half-ice shot. Luukkonen went down for it, too. It's like he's seen it coming, but Luukkonen seen the puck coming at him, but he was just out of position. As soon as it bounced past him, it just went into the net. Boston goes up 2-0 off of a half-ice goal. I've seen many of fucking things in my life, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the Sabres got a goal scored on him from literally a dude getting off of his bench. Never seen no shit like that in my life until I worked at the arena for the Sabres. And now I'm seeing half-ice goals when they're not even trying to score goals. It's unreal.
Boston deserves Pepsi.
You could have just walked around.
New Little Caesars 4-in-1 sticks, perfect for sharing.
Ooh, Sharon? I'm right here.
No, I said sharing.
Sharon? I'm over here. I'm Sharon. My name's Sharon.
Sharing! Try sharing new Little Caesars 4-in-1 sticks for only $7.99. Pizza, pizza.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Dell Jr.
Of course. Third grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Plenty more Stanley Cup playoff action tonight, 9:30 Eastern time on ESPN2 or after Montreal, Tampa Bay. It's Utah at Vegas, and the next.
Josh Allen is in attendance. He's there, ladies and gentlemen. He's at the Sabres arena for Game 2. Right now, we're down 2-0. Boston with the lead.
Man, that was a legendary drum entrance tonight.
Off of that last goal, literally scored it from the center of our logo.
And out of play. Yeah, you can't do it any better than Josh Allen did on the drum. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, unearthing.
3 minutes still to go in the second period. Josh Allen getting a lot of love here in Buffalo, New York. Come on. We got to put a Lombardi trophy on him. Give that man a ring.
So good.
NFL, Roger Goodell.
During game 1, he was flying from California here to Buffalo.
Darlene takes the pass off.
Voluntary workouts, so he couldn't watch the game on his flight.
The Sabres face-off win. Now it is offsides for the Sabres.
The whole plane erupted.
Just looks like some miscommunication going on for the Sabres. Some sloppy play going on here. A little messy down there for the Buffalo Sabres. And there's Josh Allen once again chugging the beers like he's Austin 316. Stone Cold said so.
When they announced him and they pulled the board back and everyone saw it was him.
Josh Allen in one of them club suites. Once upon a time, I worked on that level. I worked for the club suites. Benny the Butcher at a Sabres and a Bruins game when I was there. Never got the chance to introduce myself. I feel like that's very unprofessional, especially if I'm a musician and trying to like do stuff business-wise and get myself signed and stuff. Didn't really introduce myself to Benny the Butcher, but I feel like if things like that are going to happen, they're going to happen when they need to and when they're meant to happen.
So you don't really feel, although it was a tough loss to have, that you've given anything away yet. Sabres still have home ice. You've still got to win one game here.
Sabres still have the home field advantage here. The dreams have not died in Buffalo. Even though we're down a couple goals here. Fans obviously still in attendance. Not walking away from this fight with the Bruins.
Charlie McAvoy interrupted it, and the Bruins hack it out to center for Pasternak.
Now the Bruins get it back down to the Sabres zone. Bruins shot on net. Luukkonen able to get that one out of there.
It's got to be a goalie's nightmare coming to life for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on that. They often love that swim.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, unfortunately in these last couple games, has had to fight back from the deficit. Got a couple goals scored on him these last couple games, down 2-0 really early, and then having to fight back from that comeback.
He's got to let that go because he's got to stop the next shot.
But if there's one thing Buffalo teams do best,
but it's a lonely position down there.
It's comeback in sports.
And otherwise, he's had some very nice moments these first two games.
Face-off, Bruins zone.
Face-off control
goes to the Boston Bruins.
Zone, and Zadorov catapults one to center.
They get it out of there.
Mitten for Husnudinov. Dragging through. Husnudinov headed back door.
Trying to get a pass.
Draws a penalty.
And it looks like a penalty on the Sabres here.
Tage Thompson, who will go to the box.
They're yelling at Tage Thompson.
Boston will get a late second period power play drawn.
Boston gets the late second power play. Oh my God. Already up 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. Boston gets the power play just before this period ends. Buffalo's penalty killers going at work once again. Just like me recently trying to work concessions for the Sabres. Just slaving away. Just ending these power plays. Just keep penalty killing. Just keep killing them. Tage Thompson, 2 minutes interference.
The Bruins would love it to be them right here.
Boston on the power play now. In the Sabres zone. On the ice, Pasternak, McCoy, Lindholm, get Geeky. Sabres win the faceoff. Just can't get it out of there. Back to Zach and the Bruins. Pasta now. Pasta gets it back to the Bruins blue line. Score by Pasta. It is 3-0 off the power play goal.
3-0 Bruins.
Sabres defense not comfortable at all right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are down 3-0.
Much better out of that.
The boys are choking here. After that second goal, threw them off balance a little bit. Now that third one just confirmed. Pasta and the Bruins here to play in Buffalo.
For Zacha, the keep in at the blue line is critical.
Yeah.
He swats this back into play. The Sabres are leaving the zone.
It all came down to that blue line control, getting some passes, working your players around the ice, getting them to the right spots, and just hitting the goalie when he least expects it. Pasta and the Bruins, very nice goal. David Pasternak, number 88 for the Boston Bruins, puts it up 3-0 in Buffalo, New York at Seymour H. Knox Plaza. Right there at Canal Side, right down South Park, about 6-7 minute drive for me. Right at my exact home here in Buffalo. Right at my exact residence. It is quiet. It is quiet right now. I do not hear any fireworks. I do not hear the thousands and thousands of Irishmen and Italians and Puerto Ricans and Buffalo Bills Mafia Saberhood. I don't hear anybody marching down the streets of Buffalo. Right now it is quiet in the city of Buffalo, ladies and gentlemen, as the Bruins go up 3-0 after that goal from David Pasternak, number 88, Pasta, for the Boston Bruins. I do like Pasternak a lot. Really good player. I believe also played for the Toronto Maple Leafs recently. But Pasternak is, honestly, that's a player that I would love to have on my team. So gets a goal right there in the playoffs for a reason, but we still got Tage Thompson, unfortunately, went down during that power play. got called for the interference, and Bruins capitalized on it.
There is that puck is almost out of the line. It's it's a foot and a half from the blue line, and Morgan Geekie turns around and swats it into the zone, and they're able to
Morgan
out of that play end up.
Sabres skating around with the puck a little bit here.
Saka at 18-10.
Honestly, they're just trying to kill this 30 seconds. We're about to go to third intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Third period, final intermission. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the final bang. The final flash cannon of the Sabres versus Bruins Game 2, Round 1 matchup. 15 seconds left in the second. Everybody just skating around with the puck, killing some time on the clock right now. 5 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. Boston Bruins up 3-0 after the last goal from Pasternak for the Bruins. We will be right back after this final intermission going into the third.
At the expiration of the second.
Oh, they want to start throwing some hands. They're getting a little antsy out there. They're getting a little scrappy. They're getting a little scrappy-do, chat. Hold up. They're getting a little scrappy-do with each other.
They'll get separated here as the period is over.
Getting a little antsy, getting a little scrappy with the hands. Happens when you're down 3-0.
Really fortunate one.
End of the second confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Going into intermission.
4 minutes in the second.
No blood spilled after that one. But the Boston Bruins are up 3-0. We'll be right back.
Right now, and as Mike mentioned, back here with PK and Mark Messier, they were booing the Sabres in Buffalo in the second period last game. Now they're booing them even more. It is 3-0 in favor of the Bruins. That's a tough period for the Buffalo goaltender.
Listen to me, whether it's Alex Lyon, Luka-Pekka Luukkonen, we might have to call him Luka-Pekka Luukkonen now. No, you can't let that in.
That's a bad
That's a backbreaker. For me, you have to get out and challenge that puck. We've seen this many, many times. You cannot allow a goal like that to go. And mistakes happen, but no, that's a leaky goal.
But that's the 2-0 goal. Then they get another goal at the end there.
100%, but it's the 2-0 goal for me. Accidents happen, things happen, mistakes are going to happen. Just can't happen in the playoffs.
Well, on the flip side, in the first game, he made some huge saves to keep Buffalo in it. It could have been 2 or 3 or 4-0 in the first half of the game. In game 1, he made some great saves and it enabled them to come back. Tonight, not the same story. He's been a little bit soft on a couple of goals, and now they got a big mountain to climb down.
That
is what it is.
Listen, I'm joking around, but Luukkonen, that it's not going to stick after one goal, but you can't let that in.
The Discover second.
You can laugh all you want. You cannot let.
Value is always in season at Taco Bell, with favorites for $5, indulgences for $7, and a lavish spread for $9, including the triple-double crunch wrap. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 lunch boxes today.
Holy smokes. You don't look so good, boss.
Tell me about it. It's a real inferno down here, and I'm burnt out.
Here, try a Red Bull. It's devilishly good.
Red Bull? Oh, that tastes heavenly. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Wings? Wings? I can't have wings. Not in my position.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Does Inez want a $4 sausage biscuit meal deal or a sausage McMuffin meal deal? Sausage McMuffin. Get more value with your $4 breakfast meal deal from McDonald's.
Go and tell your mom if you love her. Go and tell your mom if you love her. Go and tell your people you love them. Go and tell your people you love them. You tell them you said, baby, I love you. Hey.
Mom, I'm really nervous. Me too, honey, but we got this.
Nature Made Gummy Vitamins. A delightful way to take care.
Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna have a good day. I choose joy, no matter what comes my way. I bring joy wherever I go.
Yeah, you do.
Quality gummies from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
All right, guys, live on ESPN at 5.
This is it. The NBA playoffs. Almost to the mountaintop. Biggest series of the year. We put in the work. We're ready. If you stack 2 lasagnas, does that make it 1?
Inside the NBA lives on ESPN and ABC.
When Verizon gives you a free phone, you use AI a lot.
Gemini, show me the concealer.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Like a lot. Get Google Pixel 10 Pro with Gemini for $0.
Boyfriend of the year. Psoriasis had me looking for plaques, brushing off flakes, and searching for answers. Now, with Bimzelx, I'm back to clear skin.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation.
Most people got 100% clear skin. Some after the first dose.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to say I'm back to clear skin with Bimzelx.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx, also approved for psoriatic arthritis and HS. Welcome to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
Wow, 3-0, the Bruins lead the Buffalo Sabres. On our way to the third period in Western New York. Steve back with Mess and PK. David Pastrnak ties Bobby Orr for 8th all-time points in the playoffs in Boston Bruins history.
My childhood hero. Love Bobby.
You tie Robert Gordon Orr for anything.
The best.
You've done something. That's possible. We'll get to that first. Victor Arvidsson's goal.
Yeah, you can see where the neutral zone is not a resting area. And our old statistician in Edmonton, John Muckler, was an amazing coach and strategy-wise. Would always say it's not a resting zone. Games can be won or lost in there. You can see in this goal here, the Sabres just get out of
picking up the ball.
Yeah,
go ahead, Matt.
Okay, let's let it roll here. You can see right here. Watch Samuelson right here. He's the last line of defense there. Look at the line he takes right here, way out of position because his partner Darlene is pinched in. Now he knows he's got to be the last person back to defend anything else, almost like a free safety in football. Now look at Norris. He's got Arvidsson right here. Samuelson looks, shoulder checks. He thinks he's got him, but no, he doesn't have him. He lets him go, and Samuelson has to be almost like a free safety there. And no matter what, when his partner pinches up there, he has to be the last line of defense, even though Norris should have had him. You got to have redundant layering, and when Norris made the mistake, it should have ended up in a breakaway.
Rule number 1 for D: if you're outside the dots, you're in no man's land.
Yeah, he took it wrong.
Outside the dots, you're
Yes.
in no man's land.
That's
You've
it.
got to defend from the middle out.
That's
Can't be
it.
outside the dots.
What's rule number 2 for defensemen?
Rule number 2: half of it's how you look. So don't look. Make sure you put your gear on right.
Victor Arvidsson with Leah Hextall.
Victor, your head coach Marco Stern said that he wanted more out of your line tonight, and he said that you're the one that gets it started. How do you drive it?
Hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and goblins, witches and wizards, vampires and werewolves, I am back.
Today we said to each other, come on hard.
We're getting ready for the third period here in Buffalo, New York, literally
Up 3-0 at
6-7 minutes
but
away
you guys
from me
know
and my
in
home.
Game 1 that no lead is safe, and you got to play a full 60 minutes. What do you
Streets
take
are
into
quiet
the
right now. The town is quiet right now. I don't hear any fireworks. I don't hear any marches.
And take care of the puck when we have
Victor Arvidsson, nice goal from him
Your girl
earlier.
died, you have 2 daughters.
Looked like
Your
the
line
Flash
has
on the
both
ice.
welcomed newborns last week. Have you given them any advice?
Oh, one thing
just
too.
back on sleep, I think.
Ladies and
I think
gentlemen,
they're doing that.
once we do hit our goal of 300 subscribers, I would like to do something special on the channel to celebrate with all of you for making that happen. So please, if you would like to help me reach my current goal is getting to 300 subscribers on my channel. Once we hit specific requirements, YouTube will allow me to do monetization and becomes maybe even a YouTube partner. But we need to hit specific requirements before any of those things can even happen for me. So since I am an independent streamer and I am not YouTube partnered or monetized, if you did want to tip and donate or show any kind of support, you can do so, and you are allowed to do so through a third-party service such as Cash App, which I do have. If anybody wants to send a tip or donation, you can do so through my Cash App, $OVO Demonic. So again, if you wanted to show your support, you can do so through a third-party service. You are just not allowed to donate yet to my YouTube or on YouTube if you are watching this video right now, because again, I am not a partner of YouTube and none of these videos are currently monetized. Once we hit specific goals and we meet specific requirements, YouTube will then allow me to apply for the partnership program, and then we can do things like monetize the videos and hopefully have more interaction with the audience and whatnot. But if anybody does want to show some support, which really means a lot to me, especially right now, tips and donations, I can receive third-party service through Cash App, $OVO Demonic.
It's not listed on Booking.com. It's invisible to millions of travelers on our platform who can't book what they can't see. Your king-size bed? Invisible. Your pool? Invisible. And your hot tub? That new fancy lounge? And your hammock. Don't let your vacation rental be invisible. Listed on Booking.com. Get seen, get booked. On Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking, but right now, every Domino's pizza is half off online. Every single pizza. Like what? I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna get half off some Domino's.
When you're traveling with 3 kids and pretty much everything they own,
Hi guys, welcome.
it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
What sounds more urgent to you? We are stranded, or help, arm wedged in boulder, exclamation.
Tom, please eat this. You're indecisive when you're hungry.
Oh, Dad. I hit send now, I think.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor, where heat meets pineapple sweet, where chicken meets the sizzle of the grill, and where fans meet their favorite. Chicken Al Pastor, where fire meets flavor.
All right.
Nature's Bounty.
It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. The third period, the final period here in Game 2, what could be the final period.
With high absorption.
Sabres down 3-0. Boston Bruins with the lead. Sabres lead the series 1-0.
It's a Stanley Cup playoffs.
Hopefully everybody out there is ready for some hockey. Maybe you got yourself some snacks. What are you sipping on? Some soda, some Body Armor, Gatorade, White Monster Energy. I do love me some Monster Energy. We got fucking, what are you snacking on? What are you snacking on? Popcorn, ice cream, one of my favorite candy apples. Come on. Get yourself comfortable. Get yourself tuned into some hockey. Some Buffalo hockey. Not exactly at its finest. I wouldn't exactly say this is Buffalo hockey at its finest.
We're through in Buffalo.
But it is Buffalo hockey.
Take you out to Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche and Los Angeles Kings will play game number 2. And the Mile High City is where we find Stormy Buonantony. And so, Stormy, that first game, I guess it's some good and
I do want the Colorado Avalanche to defeat the Los Angeles Kings. Other matchups, I believe. Who is Vegas playing? Is Vegas playing Dallas?
Was that Colorado, this high-powered offensive attack?
I want Vegas. I want Colorado, Minnesota, and Anaheim Ducks. The Mighty Ducks are back in it this year. I gotta take the Mighty Ducks on the West Coast. The Ducks. Mighty Ducks on the West Coast. On the East here, I mean, really, it just comes down to my favorite teams right now in the playoffs. It's the Buffalo and it's the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I know the Penguins are down right now to the Flyers, who are another tough team. But if you ask me, in the first round, it was going to be the Sabres versus the Montreal Canadiens. And I think the Montreal Canadiens said, fuck the season record. We're going to take the lower seed, and they wanted to play Tampa, which isn't really